What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Chicken Bone Alley right here on Ultra Broadcasting. As always, coming to you every week. And thank the Lord, all of a sudden, as soon as I hit start here, the rain kind of slowed down. It was raining so hard. I am inside a building, pretty much. And it was raining so hard.
Well, you must have got it all, Dave, 'cause I think I barely got enough to settle the dust down, bro.
It's pouring here right now. I mean, thunder and lightning and all that stuff. I mean,
Wow.
like I said, it literally just calmed down. So, I am happy.
Well, you must have got it all then.
We got some. It's been doing that about every afternoon here lately. So,
Well, bring some of that to Blythewood, bro. I need some.
well, let me tell you the only reason I don't like it in Blythewood.
Why is that?
I found out the reason I don't like it in Blythewood.
Thought.
Because I had to go up to that doggone Scout plant. And let me tell you, that place is a mud hole. And when I say mud hole, I mean it is horrible. I had to go do orientation and stuff out there the other day. They put me through orientation because I got to work on equipment that people are renting to work on the place.
Let me ask you a question. How many scissor lifts do y'all do they have rented? I saw they had them lined. I went through there Friday. I was coming through there and I looked. Man, they had them all on the line. There must have been 50 of them bad boys.
Oh, you didn't see half of them then.
Oh my God! Okay.
There's probably a couple hundred scissor lifts out there. What's really funny, and if you really want to see something, you can do it. You can drive up in the parking lot, like the employee parking lot out there, and they got a fence. And on the other side of that fence they got what they call Trailer City. Trailer City is all the contractors and Scout and everything. It's their temporary offices that are in there. Well, right up in front of that is where they park all the side-by-sides. It looks like a Walmart parking lot full of side-by-sides.
Are you serious, bro?
Yeah, and it's 90% of them are United Rentals rented. It's something else.
And the dump trucks are tearing my road all the pieces. I mean, I got potholes everywhere now. They done cleared out 3 lots down here. They put about 250 houses down here. Bro, I wish that place would, oh my God, bro.
How far are you from there?
10 minutes, if that.
I got you. Yeah.
And don't get me started with the traffic up there, bro. Don't even go there, bro.
They built a nice road for it.
Well, yeah, but how come they have a widened out Blythewood Road, bro?
I don't know.
Why you gotta steal a 2-lane road with a turning lane? You got a sidewalk. This, bro.
I'll tell you
this.
My God. I'll tell you this. When I was there doing the orientation thing, and basically all I was there to do was because I have to get a badge and I had to get a parking decal or a vehicle decal to be able to drive my truck in there, my service truck. Guy told us he does 50 to 60 orientations a day there. And I'm like, there's that many people just coming, or is the turnover for all these places just that bad? I don't know. Rough.
50 to 60 a day.
A day. And that's mostly contractor people. And like there was a bunch of guys out there when I was there, a bunch of German guys for some reason. I think they were doing a lot of the I guess they're already starting to put in some of the robot type stuff. And they're doing a lot of the programming and networking and all of that stuff on there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, pretty
man,
wild.
oh man, oh man. Have you been on 77 when it built? It's getting its own exit, bro. Have you seen this?
It's got 2 exits.
Oh, it's got 2 now?
I mean, there's 2 exits for the Scout plant, essentially. But yeah, it does have one of its own, but it takes up 2 exits.
They have turned my little town to a cluster, bro.
You're going to have some great property value up there. That's all I'm going to tell you.
Yay. Well, I ain't going nowhere, man. I mean...
Oh, well.
But that place is humongous, though, ain't it, bro?
Dude, it's so big. So
What's
big.
that one? Is it 1 million square feet? Is that right?
I believe so. Something like that. They're going to be, and as crazy as it looks, they're going to start functioning in October.
You mean full load?
Nope, not full load. Full load.
No.
Not full load. But the way they got it set up is they got it's like a line. Starting, if you're looking at the front of the building, on the left is what they call the body shop. And the body shop basically is where it builds the entire structure of the truck, of the, whatever that thing is, the Scout vehicle.
Yeah.
Center is the paint shop. So everything will go from the body shop to the paint shop, get painted, and then it goes, the longest part of it down at the end is the assembly shop.
Wow, bro.
And that will be pretty much almost fully automated.
Wow, bro.
Landon, what's up, dude? Matt, what's going on, sir?
I heard him starting out pretty doggone good, but I done had one job with assembly line, and I promise you, I'm never gonna do that again, bro.
I'm gonna tell you. I mean, I don't know how many people they're really gonna employ, but from what I hear, I mean, obviously they got to employ so many, to get their state, whatever tax junk and all that stuff. I don't see where they would really employ all that many people, as far as the production part of it, because so much of it's going to be so automated. So I don't know, but it's pretty cool. But you want to know a funny fact about them?
Lay it on me.
And you may know this already, being that you live there. They won't be able to sell them in South Carolina.
Oh, I heard that too. What is that? They're going overseas.
No. You'll be able to go to Georgia you'll be able to go to Georgia and buy one. Because what it is, South Carolina has a law, and it may be a nationwide thing. I don't really know. But it came from Tesla, because they're working on Tesla's business model, whereas they don't sell through dealers. They have their own, basically, retail stores. And I think it's South Carolina. I could be wrong on that, but they have a law in place that if they manufacture themselves in that state, they can't sell in that state. Because if they went through a dealer, they could. Because they have BMWs built here, but they can sell because they go through dealers. And the reason being is something, because basically the Dealers Association wanted that, because they can sell it so much cheaper straight to public than it would be if it went through a dealer then sold.
It's funny you said that. Now I'm thinking about it. When they first announced this doggone International Scout being built up here, I didn't know they still made International Scouts.
They didn't. They were bringing it back.
So this is bringing it back here.
Yep, bringing it back.
Wow.
Bringing it back.
Wow.
But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we got our El Capitan coming on here, the man over all of Ultra Broadcasting himself, Mr. Steve Zacharias. What's up, man?
What's up, guys? How are you? Can you hear me?
We can hear you great. It is another Monday.
Yeah. Sorry, I totally forgot. So we are empty nesters right now. Morgan went to Washington to work for the Car Store West. The kids are up in Langley to do. Owen would work for Kendall with AK Performance. Yeah. Leanne was up helping out with everything. So I'm at Boathouse right now. So I just had dinner and totally missed out on the 6:45 that you told me about. So.
It don't matter. It don't matter. We're on here, but I don't want to keep you too long because I don't want to keep you having a good time. Yeah. They got a band. They got a band out there tonight.
No band, but Jill. For those that used to work at or go to Myrtle Beach Speedway, Jill. She works behind the bar here, so a friend of ours, and came out to see her, and like I said, I got the dog. Became a grandfather. So I'm just enjoying. Brewer and I are out here enjoying life. So
I love going there from the waterway side.
Same here. Yeah, I like sleeping. I like sleeping on the waterway side. That's like my favorite thing to do is like be on a boat and just be taking a nap.
There you go. There you go. All right. Well, we got to talk about something, sir. We got to talk about this big old deal. I mean, obviously, we got quite a little while still until the South Carolina 400. But you put out that there were laps for sale, essentially sponsoring laps. We had to jump in on it. Jason and his other podcast there, Ripping the Lip, a dirt podcast, dirt only podcast.
Yep.
We got them to sponsor some laps on asphalt. So,
I think it's a good. So I'm not going to lie to you and sit here and be like I came up with the idea on my own. I did not. So Jeff Caldwell, when he did that Ted Caldwell memorial at Newport, they had the same thing, and they had a banner up with all the lap sponsors, and everybody picked. Like there were some laps that were $2,500. There were some laps that were $100. But I told myself, I was like, man, I said, could you imagine if we had 250 people that put $100 up to the purse? On top of the purse, it's already $10,000 to win. I think it's almost it's $1,000 to start. I mean, could you imagine like what that looks like? And the way it's worked out, and like yourself, you guys, Chicken Bone Alley did 13th place. Jason did 20th place. I think that's more important for me, anyways, than like saying we're going to put 25,000 to lead every lap. Like I just don't see the worst. And it's kind of the same thing with why like last couple of weeks, like when we did the bonus of 3,800 to start, we put the majority of the money to the 800 to start because it's not about the guy that's going to win, because the guy that's going to win probably is going to win regardless, right?
That's
like
right.
So in the day. It's about who's going to participate, and you need more participation than you do winners.
Exactly.
So like, I mean, I think it's gonna be cool. And like, I don't know if well, actually, it's actually cost me because it's gonna be a job of somebody's to have to keep up on who's in what place at what time. So that's a thing, but. Could you imagine running 20 and be like, oh shoot, I just made $100. I didn't even know it. But at the same time, the other part, just kind of talking out loud, is that it has to be at completion of the lap.
Right.
So for those that have been to a driver's meeting of ours, a completion of a lap is, so if you cross, so let's call it lap 15. If you cross lap 16, that makes 15 complete.
That's right.
But if you're on 16 or if you're on, let's go back to 15. If you're on 15 and a caution comes out, that makes it 14.
Yeah, that's right.
So now you're not the winner of the 15th lap until it becomes 16, and then the last completed lap is 15. So it's a little bit complicated, and that's not your problem, but just I just think the idea of like you guys picked 13, Jason picked 20. I just think that's cool, So to run 13th, to run 20th, I think it's awesome to get an extra $100 that you didn't have in the first place.
That's right. It's fun, and for all the conspiracy theorists out there, as long as Race Monitor, stays up, it'll be pretty easy, Steve.
Yeah, which is why I'm closing Race Monitor before it starts.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, no. Like I said, I'm excited about it because, like, I'm telling you right now, like. So I love racing. We've talked about this 100 times. I just enjoy that a racer has a chance to make a couple extra bucks. That they came, they worked, they all the team works their asses off, especially their 400. And I just think it's gonna be cool to be able to pay respect and to pay money, and also like I'm not trying to be funny here, but it's been hard to remember all of that we've lost, because unfortunately we keep losing people daily, and we only have so many races to be able to honor and respect the ones we've lost. So I think this is a great time. Like the Ronnie Duncan did Robert Struber, Ricky did William Haney, which was a surprise to everybody. We've had my uncle. We've had so many chances, and this is perfect to be able to spread that out. Because again, we've lost so many people, and unfortunately, I don't think it's going to get better because we're all getting older, and just it's not going to stop. So this is a chance when you have 250 laps to actually honor everyone at some point. Because they all deserve to be honored. My grandfather passed away, and I just don't have. Not a lot of time, and I know it's rude to say, but I can't give my grandfather a race. He wasn't in the South, right? So I can't just put a race on. But this is a good time for us to all celebrate family, friends that we've lost, and but also give it to the racer. So my grandfather was a racer, and he would love to see us give money to the racer. So if we're gonna celebrate them, then let's not just celebrate them in a way where it's just kind of random. Let's celebrate them in a way where the person that they wanted to get money to gets money.
I love it. Jason, you had something you want to say?
Oh yeah, who's announcing that race?
I haven't gotten that far, but I'm assuming you're asking. So,
no, prayers to them. That's all I'm saying. Prayers to them to keep up with this.
Yeah.
I think we lost Steve there for a second. He'll jump back in. He was going in and out. Yeah, I'm with you on that because somebody gonna have their hands. There ain't no way, and I ain't. I don't want to give anybody the idea that they're going to sit there and announce every lap who got what. And that's going to have to be something. It's going to be a whole lot of posts afterwards. Because
that's what I was getting at. Oh my God, bro! Woo! Okay,
that would be insane. But no, maybe Steve can get back here. If not, we appreciate him coming on. Regardless, to talk about the South Carolina 400 there, and if you don't get back on here, I do want to go ahead and say, if you are interested in it, and like he said, you could do it in somebody's memory, you could do it for your business. I got a couple more businesses I've already talked to about possibly getting on. He's asking for $100 a lap, but you can do whatever amount you want. Beyond that, really. Halfway, I think, is $500. He wants to do a $500 halfway lap. But if you got a business out there, or if you just want to have fun and say, hey, I want to give whoever's in 30th on lap 73 $100 just for the fun of it, to help that guy out, good for him. Good
Amen.
for you. You can do it.
Amen.
Go to we shared it on our social media as well, on our Facebook, on Chicken Bone Alley. You can find it there. The link to get in and to pick your lap, it tells you what laps are already sponsored. He's got it set up very easy. You can put your logo in there, all that fun stuff. Go to Florence Motor Speedway's Facebook page. I know it's on their Facebook page. It's got the link on there. Like I said, you can go to Chicken Bone Alleys. We shared it on ours as well. So go there. But like we were just saying, Ripping the Lip got a lap. What lap did y'all get?
20, baby. No, lap 10.
Lap 10. And
Lap
doing
10.
20th spot.
20th spot.
20th spot. That's awesome. We're doing, maybe that's a little bit of me. I'm doing lap 13, position 13.
I would never have guessed that.
You would never guessed it, would you?
Never would have guessed that.
If I'd have really thought about it, I should have gave it like $130.
Oh,
That's what I should have done.
Dang.
I wasn't thinking. My bad.
Yeah.
But in all actuality, I'm probably gonna wait around, and I'm giving everybody else a chance to get in that wants to get in. But there's another lap or two left over, getting down closer. We might get another one. I tell you what I'd really like to do, and this would be cool. We can do this. We could do one that's a combined. I don't care if we do a combined Chicken Bone Alley and Ripping the Lip. Whatever. I really don't care. I'd love to get a bunch of our listeners up, and we can do this for the listeners, not for us, but for the listeners. how much money we can raise. If we can raise an extra, I don't know, if we could raise $500, we could raise $1,000, it'd be awesome.
Would that be? Wouldn't that be great?
And just put it on some random lap and on some random position.
That'd be awesome,
So,
Dave.
I may put out a little post. Me and Jason talk about it, and I'll share our Cash App or something like that, and we might try to get up something. We got a little while. So and plus, what that'll do, if a fan wants to get in on this, we're like, I ain't got $100 to do it. Fine, get in on ours. $5. Your $5, his $5, their $5, everybody's $5, and we could put up some good money for some random position and for some,
10 guys with $50, bro.
exactly.
I know 10 people. You know 10 people?
I think I know 10 people.
Oh, there you go.
Is there
There
10
you
people
go.
on there? We ain't got 7 on there on Facebook.
We got 7. Okay, well,
We got
that's
7.
$35.
Well,
Huh?
8. Okay. So yeah. I mean, but if there's any other business wants to get in on it, it's cool deal to get in on, for sure. So, but yeah, me and Jason talk about it. We'll get something up and
Yeah.
we do a
We'll spread the love. We'll spread the love.
we'll do a joint effort on this and get a bunch of but I just
ripping
really,
ripping the bone, baby. Ripping the bone.
that's right.
Come on, let's go, baby. Ripping the bone.
I mean, ripping the chicken, but that sounds. I don't know if we want to say that on live
Oh,
TV.
chicken lip.
That works. That works. That's
Chicken
down.
lip.
That's down a little bit lower on the track, right? That's the chicken lip. That's for them ones that scared to get too high. See, Bobby Pierce is always ripping the lip. Scott Bloomquist run the chicken lip down at the bottom.
Chicken lips on the bottom. Don't ruffle my feathers, buddy.
I like
Oh. God, Dave, I needed that. That was good. Oof.
Oh, but yeah, I don't know. If y'all got any ideas, anybody listening, got any ideas on that? Let us know.
I might have to do one more too, Dave.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
I have to do one more.
it's pretty cool. I got a couple more businesses I've been talking to about doing a couple, and so maybe we can fill them up quick. I don't know how many is filled up right now, but I got a feeling. I just put it out this week. What was that like? Well, I'm sorry,
Friday.
last week.
Friday.
Was it Friday? Mm-hmm. Okay. So,
Friday.
yeah, it went out, and already I think I would say there's probably 20, 15, 20. I don't know.
That's good. Okay,
Oh,
I'll
yeah,
take that all day.
that's very good considering the race is in November.
Exactly. Yeah, that's pretty doggone good. Okay. All
So
right.
that's good. But anyway, y'all get in on it. I think it'll be big. It reminded me when it come up, and I know this is a normal thing. I mean, as far as this ain't the first time I've seen sponsored laps. I mean, that's come up at a lot of tracks, but it just reminded me with the way it was brought up. I was like, and it was so funny because I said, man, I remember when Dirt Million come around and people were and no lie, I was sitting there scrolling social media when I said that. And Cody Summer had posted something about the Dirt Million in 2019 about how well it did and everything else. And I was like, wow.
Bought a hat and 3 koozies to put it on that.
Did you?
Sure did. A hat and 3 koozies.
I don't remember what all I got. I really
Well,
don't.
but this is a perfect opportunity for somebody to get into racing. I mean, yeah, I feel pretty I gotta admit, Dave, I felt pretty doggone good doing that for Ripping the Lip because everybody listens to that show. Everybody who's a part of that show, I did that for all of us.
That's right.
Yeah, and it's a good opportunity for somebody to put their name out there, man, to have it. I've never done this before. It's for the Dirt Million, but I've never had my name attached
right.
to it. You know what I mean? So this is, if anybody get a good opportunity to do that, jump on it. It's a good cause. Pretty good cause.
That's right. It'll make I know late model stock guys are, they're not the bottom of the barrel by no means. If you racing late model stock, racing the 400, it's not all about money to you. I mean, it's nice, but it's just pretty cool. It's pretty cool regardless. Maybe talk to Steve. If this does well, maybe next year we might see if we can do something similar for like a big Charger race or a big truck race, or I feel like something like that would, bring a lot of people.
A big Crown Vic race.
Well, I'm trying to get that up, but for some reason, Crown Vics are not showing up to Florence. And I don't
They're
know
not?
why. No, and I don't know why. I wish they would. Because every time they do, they put on a good race. But the
That's the
problem,
best. I'll give him crap.
this is the problem. I know exactly what the problem is. I know
What's that?
exactly what the problem is. Every time Florence has ran and scheduled them, they have also been on the schedule at or Lakeview or Sumter. And I will say the Crown Vic guys are the guys that they don't care what it is, asphalt, dirt, whatever. They run whatever it is. But a lot of those guys started out on dirt, so they're probably more comfortable on dirt, and so that's where they stay. But what Steve tried to do, and I will tell you this, and it may not work as much now, being that in the summertime we start racing later. But like at the first of the year or earlier part of the season when Lakeview was running them and Florence was running them, Steve put them first on the schedule. That way they could leap if they wanted to and still make it over to Lakeview.
Wow. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. I mean, so, come on,
That's
Crown
pretty cool.
Vic guys. Come on. When he puts you on schedule, show up. Come on.
That's pretty cool.
Support him.
But man, Sumter's averaging 20-something every week.
I know.
It's crazy.
I know.
It's wow. Yeah.
Lakeview's getting good numbers with them, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I don't know. But anyway, so next race at Florence Motor Speedway, though, will be on my birthday, June 13th.
Okay.
This weekend, we got Dillon Motor Speedway racing. Trucks are not in action, so I will not be racing. I get to take another weekend off. We were off this past weekend, no racing, and get to be off another weekend.
All right. This is when you really need to get it ready nowadays. You got to go through it
Well,
with the 5.2 cone.
Yes, that is happening, but I will tell you, we're building another motor to put in it too. My dad's actually going right now to go pick up the block.
Really?
Yeah, so we can get some machine work done to the block. So,
Okay. Who's doing the machine work on your Bullet?
no lie, there's a guy here in Florence. He is 80 years old. His name's Edsel Hutchinson. Edsel something. I can't remember his last name. Somebody probably knows. He's going to do the machine work for us. He's done piles of race cars in the past. He was really...
Is Snook still around, Dave?
I don't know. Don't know. Maybe.
What was his last name?
I can't remember.
I can't think of it either. I was thinking of while you were saying that.
My mom
Can't
actually
remember
just commented because she wrote my dad that they just put the block on the back of the truck.
All right. Let's go, baby.
So yeah, we slowly getting one of them together. I'm gonna tell you what. Whew, what it costs to build a motor anymore. I don't know.
Everything's high, bro.
I know, but I'm gonna tell you, I just don't know how these. I mean, I'm glad they do, but I see why. I can understand why late model stock is tough to be a weekly program now. Because for truck, we're putting this much money in it. And if you're going to run a very competitive late model stock car, stuff you putting in it's well above and beyond what we put in the truck. So I get it. But anyway, all right. Well, it's been a while since we've been on here. We got through Memorial Day and all that fun stuff, and my wife's birthday. Happy birthday again to Kayla on
There you
May
go.
25th.
Okay. Happy birthday. Late. Happy birthday.
Late. But in that time, we had a whole lot of news and a whole lot, like Steve was just talking, a whole lot of bad news. Biggest thing that was not on my bingo card this year, we lost Kyle Busch. And yes, we're late to talk about it, I guess. But me and Jason were talking a little bit about it before the show because we've texted a little bit, but we just really talked about it. And man, that was rough. That was a tough one to find out. You know, that dude that I said, man, he's gonna get back in something next year, and he's gonna get back to winning ways. I told everybody, you know, I've told you, I've said on the show on how many times, Kyle Busch has not forgot how to drive. I mean, he's gonna get back in something, and they're gonna get it turned back around. And man, it's crazy.
Well, you said Spire. He's going to Spire. Remember that?
I did, and then I didn't know. Then things changed on that. So I didn't think he was going there, actually. But I don't know. I don't know what the deal was. We'll never know. But regardless, it is a very sad situation. It is. It was very, very quick the way it happened, and which is most we can pray for and hope for.
Hey, this could have been so preventable. That's the thing that really gets me. This could have been so preventable.
It seems like it could have. I don't know. I mean, you know, I'm not in the room with him and his doctor. I have no clue. But I'll put it this way. The day before, this is the thing, is the day before he was out with Mario Andretti opening up a go-kart track.
Durham.
Having a great time. They said he was doing good. He was texting with Dale Jr. because he was going to run in Cars Tour. He was supposed to be bringing over his seat last week to mount in the car. And so that's what I'm saying. Everything happens so fast. Yes, maybe preventable. But it's like I also told somebody, when your number's pulled, that's all you got. It don't matter who you are, how much money you got, or anything else.
I get that. I do. I get that, Dave. But this could have been preventable.
I'm with you. But we got Steve back with us.
Hey, sorry for the interruption.
You're fine.
My phone died. That's my fault.
What'd you do? Go back home?
Yeah, no, I'm home now. Yeah, no, it's a
We
nice
ain't trying
thing
to
about
run
the
you
boathouse.
off.
It's a nice thing about the boathouse. It ain't far from the house, and we've had a good time. Jacqueline and I moved here in 2012, I think it was. So we've been here a minute. So it's kind of our go-to, and we know the people. Jill works there, so yeah, it's just nice kind of hangout. But yeah, my phone died while we were talking, and so Brewer and I we're back at the house.
They made their way back.
Wow.
Oh,
And drinking an Ultra. Come on, Steve.
he's
Well,
always got
hence-
Ultra.
Hence Ultra.
I think say, hey, you think we got Ultra Broadcasting? I mean,
Yeah. But so I'm gonna jump in here for a minute because I caught on to the last couple seconds of what you guys were talking about, and I'd assume it's about KB.
Right.
And I will say, I've been fortunate enough. My family's been fortunate enough to have met his wife, and the people that see him on TV or want to say anything about him on television is completely different than the actual
Yes,
person that he was. But he's no different than all of us. You know, he's no different than like myself when it comes to Owen. Like, I want to see Owen succeed, and I'm gonna do everything I can, and I'm gonna scream and holler at you. You know, the Morbidos, they know that. I mean, it's not. It was undeserving, but when you come to my kids. Or when it comes to my kids, like, I'm gonna go hard, for a minute. And Kyle was the same way with Brexton, and Samantha was super nice to Owen, to our family, and they were a different. They're They're not what you see on TV. And even actually, they might be what you see on TV. They're just better than what you see on TV. So for those that ever doubted Kevin to ever like talk about like, I mean, I think we all say the same thing. Jacqueline and I have been a proponent of we want to see people be successful. So if you're going to be successful, it doesn't matter what it takes. If it takes you slamming your guitar on the ground in Nashville in 2009, then that's what it takes. But like you deserve, if you work your ass off like they did, you deserve to be successful, and you deserve to reap the benefits of that situation. So, kudos to them. And I think right now, if anyone is doing anything other than worrying about Samantha and Brexton, then they're doing wrong. I think that's the only people right now, because as much as we like to go back and you can see the stories about what could we have done, like if he, like I'll be honest, he died the same way you and I would have. Like if I get a cough, I'm not going to the doctor, right? Like so, I mean, like. But the only people we currently have to worry about is Samantha, Brexton, and Lennox. That's the only people that need to be concerned about. Kyle, unfortunately, is gone. We'd love to have him back. But right now, it's Samantha, Brexton, and Lennox. That's the only people that need to be concerned about at this point. What do we got to do to make them comfortable? How can we help them? What can we do to be a part of that? That's the part that Jacqueline, I'm telling you right now, I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. Pre-race of Charlotte, I cried like a baby.
Yes, sir.
I sat here like in my living room. My children, thankfully, they weren't here. They haven't seen me ever cry. I cried like a baby.
I bet. And I was fortunate enough, like you said, and all of it was through Florence Motor Speedway. I remember a couple of years ago, we were racing legend cars, and we were parked on the backstretch, and I actually parked right beside Kyle and Brexton. Brexton was running the Bandolero at the time, and we just got to talking with him, and I think I was spotting for somebody that night, and we both went up on the spotter stand and stuff like that, and just struck up conversation. I mean, like it was like talking to every other race dad out there. He just wanted the best for his son, and fortunately, he has put his son in a spot that if he wants to continue racing, he's got a little bit of knowledge behind him now, and like I said, I hope, for Brexton's sake, and I will say this, do not push him to be Kyle 2.0. He needs to be Brexton Busch.
But I will say, so I've been fortunate enough to watch him and Keelan, and they are actually really, really good.
Oh yes.
So like I'd sit here and tell you if it was wrong, but their hands, like forget their parents, right? Like right. I mean, because like I've watched my son in an in-car, and he does a good job. But I'm saying like when you watch an in-car, they do such a good job of being smooth on the wheel. Gas brake is smooth. Like they are actually good. Yes. Like it's not because I mean, I'm sure it's because of genetics, right? But like if he makes it to the Cup Series, it won't be because his dad was Kyle Busch and passed away. It will be because he was good and deserved to be there. So like I said, I'll sit here and tell you right now, I will tell you people that won't make it, but I'm not going to do it on this show.
That's right.
But at the same time, like I feel confident that Keelan and Brexton are actually really, really good and deserve to get there. It's not like it's going to be fun for the fans, right? Like it'll be fun for them because it's Kyle's son and it's going to be Kevin's son. But they're actually good. Like, and there'll be a point that we're going to have a conversation on this show where we're going to have to defend them, right? Like people are going to be like, oh, well, it's Kevin's kid and it's Kyle's kid. No, they're actually good.
No.
Like, and no, don't get me wrong, they're in good equipment. But I'm telling you right now, I've seen in cars, and you're a racer, David. You've seen his hands. Like, there's a difference in people that can then drive a car, whether it's good or bad, and they're just good. Well, so like you can't hate on that. So at the end of the day, I pray that there'll be a day that Brexton and Kyle or Keelan and Brexton are racing for a championship, and I'm looking forward to that day. You know, to be able to be a part of what's happening right now and know how good they are, and also know how hard they're working. You know, neither of them are just taking it for granted. They're actually working their tails off and putting the effort in, because I've told that to Owen. I said, man, it's all about putting the work in. You know, and these kids are putting the work in. They're not just taking for granted that they're Kevin Harvick's kid and they're Kyle Busch's kid. They're putting the work in, you know. And the other person I'll say, if anyone's ever looked at any pictures that's happened lately, Aaron, he's the bigger guy, kind of in the backgrounds of the pictures. Aaron has been working with Brexton for a long time, because obviously Kyle couldn't put the work in because he's got his own, you know, business to run. But Aaron has done so much good things for Brexton and been a part of that, and I think he gets lost in the loss of Kyle, because Brexton has been Aaron's number one job and done a great job at it. So for those that don't know who Aaron is, I don't know his last name, so I hate to say that, but Aaron has done such a good job of keeping up on Brexton, make sure he becomes the man he's supposed to be and the racer he's supposed to be. And the family has done a amazing job to make Brexton like anyone, like Owen does the same thing, and I'm thankful for it. But anyone that says yes sir, no ma'am, that's a good person, and Brexton is that person, and that's because Kyle and Samantha did that.
For sure, 100%. And something you brought up a minute ago, talking about we're going to have to defend these kids eventually with people talking. It's already happened. I know you've heard it when Keelan won. Was it Icebreaker? He won the Icebreaker, right? Yeah, won the Icebreaker. Somebody looked at him and they said, "Well, if I was in his equipment, he's got the best stuff out there." I said, "Let me tell you something." I said, "There's not a single car on that track that doesn't have the absolute best that money can buy."
Yeah. Yep, exactly. And
all he did was outdrive every one of them.
Yeah. Like I said, I mean, don't get me wrong. Like everybody on that, like when you come to the big races, like if you're going to go and run a truck at Florence, like maybe a little bit different. Like we're all working our tails off to build good trucks and, you know, and kind of mom and pop that.
That's right.
But when you get into a late model race and you're in the South Carolina 400 or you're in the Icebreaker, you're against the best. Exactly. So if you show up and you beat them, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent, like you've beat the best.
Yes.
So
100%. I am there with you on that. While you're on here, Steve, though, I want to go back to the lap conversation, the sponsored laps conversation. Beyond everything else, you know, we got out, you know, as far as all the good reasons, all, you know, businesses can jump in, and it's a great way, you know, because we know how it is. We know how it is. Maybe you don't have the thousands of dollars to come out and, you know, put up a bunch of money for something, but hey, $100 and your business is going to be, you know, spotlighted on social media, your podcast, your whatever you want to do, can be spotlighted through the track. And it's going to go to a, who knows? I mean, who knows what driver can win your money, your $100. I mean, which would be really cool. I mean, let's say Keelan Harvick's out there. Say for whatever reason he's running 13th on the 13th lap. I mean, like, hey, Keelan got my $100. That's awesome.
Yep. I think the whole idea, before we unfortunately hung up there, but I think the idea is like, again, I go back to, I didn't just come up with it. Jeff Caldwell and the Ted Caldwell Memorial kind of gave me the idea, but I think the idea is amazing. You know, like, I mean, just think about the fact, like, you put $100 at it, and the racer shows up and they make an extra $100. Would I love to be able to give $25,000 extra to them? Yeah, I would love to, but I don't have that in me. So that then puts it on the fans, the sponsors, to be a part of that. And that's when you start to see, you know, the memorial stuff. And now all of a sudden, you know, we get to recognize people we've lost, but also give it to the people they would want to give it to, the 18th place, the 13th place, the 20th place. So I made it where you can't go past 20th. And the only reason I did that is because, God forbid, we have a bad start or
Right.
something happens. And, I would have gone back to 32nd if I could, but if we lose the 32nd person, then now it's weird. So I stayed 1 to 20, to kind of just keep it there, because I figured, I mean, I hope this is never the case, but if we got down to 20 cars in the 400, then it's a bad day. So I just kind of kept it from 1 to 20. But I love the idea that you give it to the fan. Like, hey, put $100 up. It goes to that racer specifically. But if you have a number 13, like I know we're gonna we've got a lot of numbers that are gonna come out. I'm trying to kind of space it out. Like I know I don't want to I want people to know what's happening, but I don't want to overwhelm them because we got till November. So I'm not trying to put all the ones that have sponsored laps out immediately. I'm trying to kind of just piece it together. Like we've got a week off because we don't race till next week at Florence, but I don't want to take up Florence's advertisement during a race. For it. So it's weird. I want to, everyone's going to be recognized for what they're doing for the racer, but we got till November, right? So we got to stretch that out a little bit. But I'm super surprised and super happy and excited that people have gotten on board this early. We're not even close. So imagine when we get close. I really feel confident that we'll have $25,000 extra into the purse that could go to anyone. It's not just 25,000. I love the leader. God, it's always great, but there's only a handful of people that are going to be leaders. That's right. So I really think that way we're doing it in the 13th place, like you're doing for lap 13, and Jason's on lap or position 20. Those are the people that deserve it.
That's right.
And I'm excited about, giving them a couple extra bucks that they didn't know about, So, and I think, but again, I'm not built currently, personally, to give an extra $25,000. So it's up to the fans. It's up to the racers. It's up to sponsors. And this is a great time and it's going to make it a little difficult on the broadcast because there's going to be a lot of logos that need to be that need to happen, but it's worth it. So I'm looking forward to it, and I love the 400. I think it's awesome that it's 34 years in the making, and now we can offer, because I mean it's already, when it's said and done, it costs $90,000 to have that purse. So when it's said and done, the winner's $10,000, and then to go to last place of 32 cars, it's $90,000. That it cost the racetrack to put on, and now we're adding 25,000 because of the fans and the sponsors and the racers. I guess what I'm getting at, and I'm kind of rambling here, but is I really think that we all got to kind of think outside the box. Whether it's dirt racing for Jason, whether it's asphalt racing, is that racing is tough right now. Whether it's a truck or a street stock or a pure stock or a sportsman for the UARA stuff, we have to save racing as a family, not as a everyone wants to get on social media. And they want to talk about what they could do and what they would do and how I could fix it. And if you did this, you would. Right. But at the end of the day, man, there's so much involved in it that we just gotta fucking save. I'm sorry, didn't mean to curse, but we have to save. We have to save it, man. I'm telling you right now, it's dying. And I hate it because I've grown up in it my entire life, from the time I was born. My mom took a car seat into the grandstands the day after, the week after I was born. I was in the grandstands, and it's not like that anymore. It's different. And if we don't fix it, then it could be gone, and our kids will never understand what it looked like when it was fun.
Dude, I've got, and this tell you why. I mean, Steve, as much as I love you, I could care less who owns Florence Motor Speedway. I want it to be around for the simple fact there are pictures on my wall of me sitting on the top of Jim Ream's open trailer at Florence Motor Speedway. He had a tire rack up there when I was about a year old. So
Jim who?
Jim Reams.
Jim Reams.
And so
Well,
that
in case
is-
you're wondering, David, I think there was a part of me, and there's still a part of me that would love to sell Florence, but just kind of breaking news, it's not being sold. So
not being
so I'm gonna continue to be the owner, and like I said, I told you before that I don't want to sell it. I will sell it for the right price, but I'm not. I don't want to sell it. So
Do you know how
the
many
price
times-
isn't.
No, I was just saying, you know how many times I got asked that? I'm like,
Yeah.
you better ask Steve. I said, but I don't think Steve's going nowhere.
Yeah, so the price wasn't right. So we stand with our shoulders back, and we're going to continue to make it, as they would say, racing great again. So I love the racetrack. I'm telling you right now that people will never understand. I think they would, our passion for the sport.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that gets lost in all of this, is that my kids have lost years in their childhood to have a racetrack like that, you know, but at the same time, I think they love the fact that they lost years, you know, and I'm not okay with just giving it up for no reason. So I'm going to stand behind Florence Motor Speedway. I'm going to make sure that it does the best it can for as long as it can. And if someone comes in and offers the amount of money that's worth my exit, then I'll exit, you know,
That's
but
right.
I'm not going to quit until it's the right time. And I'm telling you right now that racing needs to be better. And I don't know how to make it better. Like, I don't know the answer, because I'm telling you right now, we've tried free tires, we've tried free pit passes, we've tried, we've tried all the thing. We're unfortunately in a bad place right now, and we just got to fix it. But I'm not going to quit unless everyone else quits.
I believe things like what you're doing here for the 400. In all honesty, I believe that is a great move, and I believe that is a way that we're getting other people involved who aren't just the racers. When it feels like you got a little bit of skin in the game, and all of a sudden you pay a little more attention.
Yeah.
And so I believe that's a perfect way to do it. Because just think about that. Somebody that maybe would, been up in the air about coming to the race, but like, hey, we did this, my business did this, I'm going to go out there and see who gets that. So, hey, I hope that is, and I'm going to tell you, I really think, and living in this, well, I don't live in town, but living around the area anyway here, I think Florence is kind of turning a page, and I'm believing it. I'm believing it's going to happen. I think they're turning a page and becoming more of a sporting town, I guess you say.
The Ice Cats and
The Ice Cats have all of a sudden taken off, and man, I think I've talked to you about it. I think there's so many things, and when people were talking about the season was coming to an end, there were so many people got on Facebook and said, hey, go to Florence Motor Speedway. I saw a ton of that. It's right around the corner. Go over there. You'll love it. You'll have a lot of fun. So I feel like this area is making a turn back in, because other than the racetrack for many, 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 many years, there was nothing to do in Florence. Nothing.
Well, so the problem we have is that we have to figure out how to get the cars back, because we've always struggled to get the fans. That's just always been a thing, right? Even at Myrtle, when we were getting good cars, like we just never got the fans. But without the car count, there's no fans. So if there's 4 cars in every division, who wants to watch that, right? So. But how do we fix that? And like that the joking week is when I was gone, and Owen and I were in Citrus. We had the greatest weekend of our lives. But then next week it was back to normal. And it's not that, like, I get calls from people, because I've asked, we've said on our little podcast, is that if we're doing something wrong, please tell us. Like, Brian and I are more than happy to fix a problem. But so I get calls all the time. Like I was on the phone today with Lee McCall, and he said, "Man, I just want to let you know,
He's
you know,
watching, by the way.
it's not because we're not like we want to support you, but it shouldn't be anyone's. It shouldn't be like no one should feel like they have to fix Florence Motor Speedway. We want to give a place that people want to come
That's right.
to then support Florence Motor Speedway. Like I'm not asking, like I don't want it to be a charity event. Like I want it to be where you came to the racetrack because you wanted to be there, you know, and I don't think it's a money thing anymore. I really don't. Like I've had that conversation. Like you can add in the finances all you want and make it 10,000 to win. Sorry, Brewer's losing his mind over here. But you could add the money all you want, but I just don't think that's the thing anymore. It's more of a matter of like coming and racing and having a good time.
I don't think it. Well, I tell you what I feel, and just as I guess this comes from the, I guess I follow under the term blue collar racer. I guess you say, on my end, and I think this is a lot of the maybe like the street stock deal maybe anymore. Man, is nothing at the track. It is absolutely nothing at the track. It's everything else in the world is just so daggone expensive. Yep. I don't think we all know. And it's like I've told people, they're like, and I've heard people say before, and this goes for Florence, this goes for Dillon, this goes for wherever in the world. I've heard them say they're charging so much for tires. I said, no, they're not. They're not charging so much for tires. The tire supplier is charging for tires, and who do you expect's got to pay for that? I mean, I get it, but it's just it fault. But I mean, that's not the problem. I mean,
So we pay just. I mean, and like I said, I know. Like I don't. Like I'll tell anyone that wants to hear it. We pay over 160. It's a little over 160 a tire. Yeah. So we're making right at $50 a tire is basically what we're at with mounting fees. Fuel has gone up to $12.75, $12.80 now, and we charge $13.50, and we haven't changed it. So we're making just under $1 a gallon when it comes to fuel. So it's basically become tires and fuel have become a convenience fee for us, right? So like we're spending money to make sure you have the thing you need, but we're not making $1 off it. And then add in the purse, you know? So and everyone wants to always say the purse should go up. You know, I'm doing this, and I get it. Like, trust me. Again, as a racer, the purse needs to be adjusted based on what you're doing. And I think Brian and I have agreed that the trucks limited. If you're doing the same thing, so if you buy 2 new, 2 scuff, then you deserve the same purse. So like the truck should never be less purse than the Chargers. If the, you know what I mean? Like, does that make sense? Like,
agree.
So like if you're going to buy the same amount of things, then you deserve the same amount of money, but the purse can't go up because the income hasn't become any better. So there's just a one hand washes the other situation, and it's so hard because I'd love to pay the racer $1 million to win a race if I could, but it's just not feasible when we're bringing in, you know, a total of $12,000 on a weekend, and we owe $18,000 based on purse, tires, fuel, concessions, that it just doesn't make any sense. And it's so hard to manage because I want to give the racer so much, but I just can't. You know, I'm just trying to survive.
And you know this from your prior or still the racer side. As a racer, I don't go to any race, never have, expecting to make money. What I want to do is I want to break even. Is what I want to do. That's all is like, look, if I can come out pretty much a wash for the weekend, hey, I'm happy. Yep. I had fun. Hopefully I didn't tear anything up. That's what I want to do. And, and like you said, and I get it, when the price of tires is going up, price of fuel is going up, you're not making any more off of it. You can't bring the purse up. I get that. 100%. I 100%. And I hope everybody out there does. And so,
Well, and they shouldn't. It's not their problem, right? Like, I mean, we just got to make it where they again. We do our best to be able to open the gates, and hopefully be a smiling face that you just like. Because end of the day, for myself, anyways, I love coming to the racetrack.
Mm-hmm.
So when it's all said and done, like that's the part that I've always been kind of keen on, or I've focused on, is that, like, you're going to lose money. I know I'm going to lose money as a racetrack. As a racer, you're going to lose money. But when you show up to the racetrack, you want to be able to say, man, like, I remember stories of going to the track with my dad, going to the shop with my dad in the morning. I remember, like, I used to dismount tires with it was a big, like, jackhammer thing, because that was the modified tires. So it was this big jackhammer thing. I remember waking up on Saturdays, and I'd go up to my grandfather's shop and be a part of getting the cars lined up. And this is back like when my grandfather, because he loved to make $1 on starting parks, because that's just what he did. So like they had to do it was like FedEx up there. They had so many cars and not enough trailers. So they had to figure out how to get the car to the racetrack. So like one hauler would go to the racetrack and drop off a car and then come back to the shop, which was 45 minutes away. They'd come back, pick up another car just to make $100. But that was back when gas was 90 cents.
that's right.
So they would come back, pick up a new car. My grandfather had so many cars, but like he didn't have drivers for him. So he'd get in at I think his last race he started and parked was like 89 years old, just to make $100, because that's like how he lived, right? So that's the world that I lived in, and I want to see that continue. But man, it's getting so hard because no one's seeing, like, everyone shows up, like I said, it's all about what's the start, what's the win, what's the start money. And but I'm not gonna quit. So I lost track of technically where I was going, but
that covered most of it anyway.
Yeah. Start money, basically. Yeah, my purse.
Hey,
Yeah.
well, you just need to go find a sponsor like Matt Tiff found this past weekend up at Mansfield.
Yeah.
How in the middle of the day, all of a sudden a guy comes up and says, "Hey, I'm putting $88,000 to the purse."
Yep.
Where do we find those people?
So I'll ask you, what was the car count?
What was car count, Jason?
48 Friday, 44 Saturday.
All right, so we did 10,000 to win at the 400 and had 67 cars. So again, it's not about the money, man. Like
No.
like the only person that's going to win on the 100,000 to win is one person. It's the field that's more important, and it's getting like dirt track racing. And I'm not talking smack about dirt track. It's way cooler than asphalt. Like, I mean, it is doing way better than asphalt racing. But when it comes to asphalt racing, like we just did the other day, we did 3,000 to win, and we did 800 to start. It covered your tire money to get there, and then it made you an extra $1,000 thanks to North Industrial Machine. But we had 11 cars, and 11 cars isn't like it used to be. Like we used to be able to get 18 to 20 on just a regular day, with 2,000 to win and probably 500 to start. But yeah, it's just like why racers, like, again, goes back to when Owen and I were in Citrus County. Why racers come at what point is different than it used to be. It's not about money. It's about timing. It's about their family. I mean, which it should be. It's like when you take vacations, like your vacation shouldn't be about, the family has to suffer and go to a race if they don't want to. So there's so many moving parts right now that money, I don't think, is the biggest thing. Barfield told me a long time ago that they'd race for a 6-pack of beer, myself included. But like, it's just the way it is. Like, they'll race for whatever you want them to race for, as long as you time it and it makes sense. Again, just things are different. I grew up, like, when I grew up, Jason, my mom used to go to the racetrack every morning and set our blankets out and put duct tape on them, because we had to be there first and be there and put our blankets up, because that was our spot.
That's me.
Yeah. So we'd put our blankets up. But now, hell, there ain't no sense of getting there early, because fucking, I can promise you. Sorry, Jesus, I gotta stop saying the F word. but there's no reason to get there early because I can tell you right now, I got plenty of room. I can find my seat. So, you know,
We gotta fix that problem. We gotta fix that problem, Steve.
I'm trying. I'm telling you right now, I'm trying.
I told Dave a few suggestions. Like here's what I came up with, Steve.
Oh god.
All right, bring back the Bruiser Cruisers. Have one of those Night of Destructions, trailer races,
I'll give you
camper
those,
races, boat races. You know what I mean? A Night of Destruction, and this really, I believe Anderson is. This is why I think Anderson gets a good crowd. Have the spectator races. Did you see where that doggone guy, that Suburban, smashed them all driver's side?
And that is what scares me about those races.
Yeah.
Hey man,
Which is
bring
fine.
back bring some spectator races. I bet you that'll doggone fill the stands up.
Yeah. So to that, yes, 100%. But remember population, right? So like Anderson always has a crowd regardless. And you know, but Timmonsville is just not built for that kind of stuff. But I'll do whatever if we want to do, because I like Owen loves, my son loves some Cletus McFarland. He loves some trailer racing, but you gotta go back to advertising. You gotta go back to promoting. Like if I did that, like what do you got it? Like
He got this. He's got this. Put him in, coach.
I'm
But
here. I work for free, Steve. I tell you what, I work for Michelob Ultra. How about that?
Nice.
Did I say that?
If you want 3 of them, I got 3 left. But the no, like I said, I think there's things, but I'm trying to see how to say this, is that I just would love for people to come to the racetrack because they want to come to the racetrack like it used to be. Like we don't need to make up stories. We don't need to like come up with schemes. It should be like it used to be when my grandfather was racing and he was wearing a Vespa helmet trying to run a coupe. Like you wanted to come to the racetrack because there was cars at the racetrack, and it's just not that way anymore. And I don't know if we can fix that problem.
That's what I was fixing to say. I 100% agree with you that I wish it were that way, and it should be that way.
You know,
But-
Dave,
but-
when I went to Florence,
real quick,
you know, when I went to Florence a few times, you know, in the past, man, that place was packed.
Oh,
What
yeah.
happened, Dave?
But real quick, I think our biggest problem now is we live in a social media world that people want to be so entertained that if they just don't feel like it's going to be the most exciting thing that they've ever seen in their entire life, that they just don't care.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It's weird. Yeah. But I want to go back to something you said real quick. When you said Barfield told you that they'd race for a 6-pack of beer.
Yeah.
This is the one thing I will say.
We got a Barfield story coming. You got a Barfield
This
story.
come from today. I don't know if you've seen his post for his race this week, but it was great. Thunder and Lightning, he said, "We'll see if y'all actually show up. Bring your own trophy."
Yeah, which I can't, like I said, as much as I like to talk smack, I can't blame him because, like I said, it's no different than the Crown Vics for us. You know, like we tried the Crown Vics and we had one good night of Crown Vics, and I get their deal about burning up tires on asphalt. I get it, but like we tried the Crown Vics, it was like we did with Thunder and Lightning. Like, I mean, if you're not going to show up, we don't have time for it. Like we're already struggling to get cars to the other divisions, so I can't keep supporting. And the worst is that for a racetrack. So, and I know for the people watching, like you hear 300 to win. It doesn't sound like a lot. Like you say to yourself, like, oh, 300 to win, it's not worth. But when you have 2 cars and you paid 300 to win, that's a lot. Yeah. So I'll go up on the purse as we get more cars. But when you do 300 to win and then you offer free pit pass for the driver to come in, so you make nothing. Like in the Thunder and Lightning, there was no money to be made because you didn't sell tires. So you made $0, but you paid out 300, right? So like you lost 300 as soon as you started the event. So, but if you get 10 or 15 of them, now you have a few pit passes that warranted the purse. But when you have nothing that comes in and you offer the driver a free pit pass and they don't buy tires, but you offer up $300 to be a part of the event to win, but you only get 2. So I paid $300 to win, and I paid $200 to be second. like I lost $500 and I didn't make but $100, you know? So
Yeah.
every time, and that's the thing I think I need the racer to start understanding is when you show up at the racetrack, like, let's look at this as a business in regards to how is it going to be good for both of us?
That's right.
You know, like I don't want to lose, but I don't mind not winning, but I want the racer to show up and, like, to your point, I want them to break even, you know. But if you see what we're looking at and you see like the certain nights when there's 5 per division, you know, as a person that this is not good. Like, I don't care what business you are. And again, you know, I'm a little bit at a disadvantage because, and I apologize, I might be venting here a little bit,
You're
but
good.
Oh, you good, man. We good, man.
yeah, but I'm at a disadvantage because I don't have a business behind it to control the loss.
Right.
You know, so
That's
like,
right.
I mean, the broadcast has done a good job of saving a lot of this, but I just don't have something behind it to be able to say I'll take a loss every single week. So that's where, like, Dave, where we were talking about, like, when I had when I was approached about a sale, I'm going to take the offer. I'm going to hear it out. Like,
That's
I mean,
right.
because if I can get rid of a drowning horse, like, I'm going to get rid of it. Like, it is what it is. So, but I don't want to. Like I said, that's the part, like, that's always been a struggle for me, is that I don't want to sell it, but I'm doing the best I can to survive. Like, I am the definition of a paddling dog in water. You know, like, if I'm just trying to keep my head up, you know. But
That's right.
But hey, by the way, just shut me down because you can catch me here getting weird. So just shut me down when you need to.
No, we wouldn't do that. I know what we need for Crown Vics. I know what we need. We need a
Okay.
what was it?
I think timing is big.
Timing
we
is
gotta
big.
We got to stop going up against Sumter and Lakeview. First off,
Good luck.
Yeah.
I think what we need a junkyard to sponsor it and donate tires.
yeah.
We need specs.
But at this point, I told you a story between my Dodge truck, my brother's Grand Prix, Morgan's Honda. I have a junkyard at the racetrack, so we can pick cars. We can pick tires from the cars I have laying around the racetrack.
There you go. There you go. No, seriously, if we could figure out a way to, I don't know, if we could figure out a way to get a junkyard or something to get, so many of the same size tires, get 2 tires. That's all it needed. They just need right side tires. They're not wearing out left side tires.
Don's Car Crushing used to be a big part of Florence when Clay was there, and
That's right.
I think there's something to that. I mean, I agree.
Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe we'll figure something out.
But like I said, it's life's tough for everybody right now. I mean, I'm gonna sit here and stand behind it. I'm a Trump supporter. I'll live and die by it, and he's gonna make things better here before too long. But life is tough right now. You know, whether it's fuel, it just prices are up. You know, so but that goes back to my luck. So when I bought a racetrack in 2020, there was COVID.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden there was tire shortage. And then, so things aren't easy for racetracks. But at the same time, I'm not going to quit. I'm not going to quit fighting. And I hope the racers don't quit with me. You know, like we keep digging and we go as hard as we can, as long as we can. And then there'll be a time that if I get to a point, I'll tell you right now that during the process of selling, the conversation of selling hurt my family's feelings. Knowing that it could be someone else's, right? So like we worked so hard, and we all see it. Like it's not just my racetrack, it's not just our racetrack, it's everybody's racetrack, you know. And I just don't know if there'll be somebody else that will take on Florence with the same passion that we have, you know. And it'd be hard for me to give up Florence Motor Speedway, knowing that somebody could try to do better, but not put the same effort in, if that makes sense. Like
100%.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So,
Oh yeah.
but-
I've seen that happen.
100%.
Oh yeah.
but at the same time, like we got to get back to, like, I know the old make racing better, great again, but there is something we're gonna all do, and we're gonna find that like happy medium that we're gonna just dial it in, and racing will be better again. I don't know where it is. I don't know the answer, but I don't know the timing. But right now, all we have to do is just keep surviving until we can get to that point. So
You be Trump, Dave. You be Vance. I be Patel. We'll get this thing back on the road, buddy. We'll get this thing going.
It's a scary situation.
yeah.
Let's just go have a MMA fight on the front yard. How about that?
Oh, hello.
Again, if that's what it takes, I'll let's do that. Like I said, I think those are the things that people don't realize that. I worked on a Christmas light show. I'm still working on it. Is that those are the things that racetracks need? You know, like I mean, it's not just racetracks. It's like when we were at Myrtle, it was the monster trucks, it was the Nopies, it was the car show. Like when we had Mustang Week, like it was all those things that it deserved that brought in extra money, and that's the part Florence unfortunately struggles with because. So the guy that the Straits, they've been in business for over 90 years, and John Straits. He won't come to Florence because it's always been about location. So like Florence or Myrtle was good because it was right on 501. You could see the Ferris wheel. So, but they won't come to Florence because we're off the beaten path. You know, we're close to 95.
I was going to say we're
not,
right off 95.
Yeah,
I mean,
not,
what else do we need?
But it's like Florence has not become, but it's so hard to have the same events I had at Myrtle that I grew because of location. So Myrtle, like when you're on five, like you could like I mean a lot of us have been there. 501, you could see the Ferris wheel when we did the fair. Truck shows, you could be at the beach. You can go to the beach and you can do your thing. The Mustang Week. Mustang Week was a big deal for us for a long time. So, but that's not the case at Simmonsville. You know, and I love the area and I love the racetrack, but it's just not the case. So,
dude, I'm gonna tell you real quick though. You just mentioned it and put me in on that, Coach, because it's my favorite time of year. Christmas lights. Florence just lost last year. They lost their biggest Christmas lights display, and so everybody missed it.
I'm going to tell you right now that I found a company, and again this goes back, and I've said 100 times, no different than Brian and I talked about. Brian and I talked about with our little podcast about like I'm an open book. Like I'm not trying to sit here and hide anything. I'm not trying to not sell the place, or I'm not trying like I'm just going to tell you how it is. To have the Christmas show, it's $175,000. So as soon as you sign the contract, it's $87,000. You got to pay them to be able to get the ball rolling. So I think that it's worth it. But who's got $87,000, right? Like who's got it to put up by morning? So I 100% agree that I think that it has the potential in Florence because you got the closest opponent is in North Myrtle, which is 2 hours away. You got the other closest opponent is in Charlotte, 2 hours away, and then you've got 95, which I think you could put billboards up like Buc-ee's does way down in Georgia. And get people to pull over and do a show. And I know I can get sponsorships. I've already talked to Coke a little bit, and there's options to pull that off. But to sign up, I have to have $87,000 in the morning. And who's got that? You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's tough. Dude.
Like ain't nobody got that. Like I mean, people got it, but not this guy. So like I'm fighting off the good fight, and I want it, and I really think. Like confidently that it could be something, but again, to start it has to have 87,000. Then has to have 87,000 after it, you know. So so what are you gonna do, right? Like, and you can go buy the lights, like so. And again, I don't know if I'm venting here at this point, but I met with Anthony Anders and went and saw his because Anthony started it, and he made $1 million from Thanksgiving to New Year's. He makes $1 million, and I'm sure it's grown since then. But the last time I saw him, and he had the equipment to pull it off and send it to me, and I went and met him, and Jacqueline and I went and met him one time, but just it hasn't worked out where I've been able to get because he's got the equipment sitting there, and I'm okay with the work to put it up, but I need to have Christmas lights. Like you can't just have a Christmas light show without Christmas lights. Okay. So, but those are the things, man. I'm telling you that the racetrack has to have. It has to have a Christmas light show. It has to have a Halloween thing. It has to have, you know, it has to have events, car shows. My daughter, I'll tell you right now that all my kids like are amazing. They work their tail off just to keep the racetrack alive. But Morgan has done a good job with her friends having truck shows. And those are the things, man, that a racetrack has to have. Like, you can't just be a racetrack and have races. It doesn't exist anymore. Like, you can't wake up and say, oh, we got a 50 lap event and it's going to be enough money to survive. You know, you got to have truck shows, you got to have car shows, you got to have Christmas light shows. It's part of it. But
I'm just glad and you probably still will, but them drifting competitions and stuff. Does that still happen much?
No, well, I mean, we don't own enough asphalt for that, right?
Okay,
so
good.
Like,
because I'm gonna tell you, one of the last times that there was somebody out there doing it, I don't know if it was a whole thing or somebody just went out there. We raced like the next weekend. I ended up with more shards of metal in my hand from changing tires.
Yeah. I wish you could have been at Myrtle Beach when Brian and I used to have to clean up after it. The dust. It's like a fine black tire dust. And Brian and I used to have to blow it, but Myrtle used to have that turn 3-4 side that had huge asphalt, and that's where they do all their burnouts. And but again, but as bad as it is, that was where the money was, man. Like the Nopies, like we did Nopies, we had the burnouts over there, and they love that shit. You know, like you have that space to be able to entertain, and right now, just unfortunately, Florence doesn't have enough entertainable space. You know, like we can only do so much. So.
All right, I'm gonna ask you something since we're talking about all this and
hit me. At this point, shit, I'll tell you whatever you want to hear. I've already swore twice. Just tell me what you want.
Well, this is something I've been asked about a lot because it was what I used to be in, and you got one sitting out there. There's a word going out, there's rumors going around about the go-kart track. Anything? You know the rumors.
No, well, I don't know them until they're told to me because I've heard plenty of rumors, and like I told you before, I'll tell you when they're real.
Which one? Which one?
What I heard was Henry Morey was wanted to come in and operate the track. No.
No. So I'll tell you the conversation I've had, and I hope I'm not upsetting anyone here when I say this, but Terry Odom reached out and asked about it, and I actually had another guy, and I know this is bad to say, but I have his number saved as the 910 number, but I don't actually know who he is. But I've had 100 people that have wanted to come and run the racetrack,
and
that's
Terry
why
on the show before.
Yeah, when I did it, I actually enjoy. Like when I'm by myself, like especially now the kids are all kind of grown up and it's just Jacqueline and I, I actually enjoy getting up in the mornings and tilling the dirt and, you know, then dragging it and, you know, but now Jason, mind you, I don't want to do that for a living. Like, but like the way the go-kart track was, it was a nice, like kind of like change of pace, right? Like, so, but if it rained, like it changed my whole world. You know, like when I woke up and it rained a certain way, I had to till and drag and pack a certain way. The asphalt side, like I could wake up and if it rained, I'm like, all right, we'll just wait till it's not raining.
Yeah, say it stops.
It'll dry up. But like the couple races I had with the go-kart track, which I put in the loop, which that was a process. So I've got timing and scoring in there, put up a building, I put in all the lights, and I brought in $2,000 was what I brought in when it was all said and done. And it just wasn't enough for the work that I put in. So I'm okay with anyone that wants to run the racetrack. I told Terry and I've told anyone that's asked me, like, you can have the go-kart track. Like, you're more welcome to it. All I want is concessions. Because I enjoy making food. So like you can go make your money all you want, but like it goes back to the idea of, are we trying to make the racetrack money? Are we trying to make the racer money? And how do you find that happy medium in the middle to make sure both are happy? You know, like when it comes to the go-karts, it blew my mind. So I went to an old, like the last Charlie Powell picture I could find, Charlie Powell had an event, and I did their like the blue plate, red plate, green plate, pro, whatever you want. Like I just went off of his last post I ever found. I called it like kind of a retro event. You know, that was my way of like dipping my toes into the water.
You want to tell me? You want me to tell you actually who that was that put that out there?
I'm gonna go with you.
Me.
I did not know that until you started to say it, but I was like,
I put that loop you're talking about. I put it in I know at least 7 times because Charlie tore it out the ground every time I put it. I cut the track and put it down.
Yeah, I was talking about the payout stuff.
Oh yeah, so, I know, but I'm just saying. I ran that track for the last year that they ran it. So. Yeah.
But like I said, but the idea is that it's worthy of somebody's effort, and I'm okay with the effort. Like, and so I've heard some stories about when they made the go-kart track successful back in the day, then they got screwed, and that's not me. So like, if you want to come in and you want to run it, great. Like if I can make concessions, I'll be happy. Like my dad, I'll never forget sitting there with my dad. We were sitting over there at the house, and like we had the go-kart race, and we started with 8 divisions, and then all of a sudden it was like we have to have a warm-up, and you know, like all these different things. We went from having 8 to having 18, and my dad is sitting over there, and you have a dad like mine that he's sitting over there, and he's smoking a cigarette, and I went over and he goes, "This is dumb." Like he goes, "This isn't worth it." So like I said, $2,000 is a great amount of money. I get it, but the effort, like all week long, to till and to pack and to drag and to water and to till and to pack and to water and drag, like I said, I don't mind it. Like if someone wants to come do it, you're more welcome. You know, but I also don't want to give it to somebody that I can just say that's gonna screw it up. You know, like I don't know. It's so hard. Like brewer things in the mind.
I just want to
make sure.
I just
want to make sure that everything at the racetrack is successful and for everybody involved. You know,
for sure. And I will say on that Terry Odom really knows what he's doing with one. He knows his stuff on it. So, but
well, anyway. you gotta be able to as I'm telling you right now, turn 3 is a problem.
Yes, it is
at Florence when it comes. Again, I think I screwed up the backstretch. Because so like I was told, and again I don't know what the difference in clay versus sand is, right? Mm-hmm. So I was told that this pile, because when the monster trucks came, they dropped a pile of clay, air quotes, and so I just, like, when I was trying to fix turn 3, I stole their clay, air quotes again, and I tried to fill it, and I made it smoother than it should be, but I think there was too much sand in it. So down the backstretch, when I water it, because the one thing Charlie did a really good job of is that we have irrigation, so I can water the racetrack like from my phone. I could water the racetrack right now.
Yep.
But when you water something that doesn't absorb it correctly, it will not successfully be the same racetrack. So I can water it all I want, but all of a sudden the middle of the backstretch became a pond where everything else was like perfect. So if you don't have if you don't have an equal amount of clay everywhere, then you're wasting your time. And then the other part was that what I thought was a minor, again, air quotes, minor hump in 3 and 4. When you watched carts go airborne getting into 3, yeah, that is not as minor as it seemed. Like on my tractor, when I was like tilling and watering, I'm like, oh, it's not so bad. It'll be fine. But then when you watch carts go airborne and like, you're like, oh, that's more aggressive than I thought it was. And then I had a guy at one point that, because it got so sandy and we didn't have enough water on it, he caught sand and then ran into my brother's Grand Prix. And because he slid off the racetrack and hit the Grand Prix, and his buddy came over and he goes, "You okay?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm fine, but I think I'm going to be done for the rest of the day." I was like, "Yeah, you probably should be." But there's so much, Jason will tell you, there's so much to dirt racing. Oh, yeah. That people don't understand, that again, for $2,000 was not worth my time, because I just don't understand it, and I can't make it any better. And it's like I said, it's the dirt the dirt world, Jason, is impressive, but it's also impressive that they can pull it off.
Speaking of, real quick, Jason, before you say it, Terry Odom actually used to a long time ago run MoDOT Speedway back in the day.
Okay.
So, that's what I was gonna say. We need to go get some of that clay from over there.
Yes. Well, I'll give you a rim shot, Dave. Give me a rim shot. Hey, Steve, just call Mark Richards and Eric Wells. They'll come and prep your track. All right, now Dave, give me a rim shot.
I don't remember where it is anymore.
But I have the equipment. I don't have
There
like,
it is.
the one thing that I need, Jason, and this is on you, is we need to find a grader. Like, so when I first got to Florence, there was 2 graders.
Yep.
And neither of them ran. And I had one guy I spent over $2,000 to get him to come make one run. But to make the one run, you had to pour diesel down a certain thing. You had to tap a certain thing. You had to like kick a certain thing. Like, to make it start, you had to look at it and be like, "Hey, buddy, we got this today. Like, let's do this together. We'll be fine. So let's just do this." Like, so we had one grader, and then ended up getting sold. So we have no motor grader to like officially level off the property. I have the Kubota that we own. But to level it, you have to like make sure you're like using the leveler. Like, it has to be like up and down exactly right to level. And there's just one section that the water just drains in the wrong way. Like, and it makes a channel to 3 and 4, and then you have to fill that. And so that's where our biggest problem is. So again, I don't know. I feel like this is this a therapy session?
Maybe so. Maybe I need to charge for it. I don't know.
I feel like you guys are just asking me questions just to get me like fired up about stuff that I didn't want to talk about.
My bad, Steve. My bad. Well, I'm just telling you, the man that knows dirt, obviously, our buddy Matt Grantham said it needs 8 loads of clay and regraded. That's what he just said.
Yeah. Well, he's the same person that put my driveway down, and he's more welcome to come put the racetrack down. Like, don't comment on that. Just come do
Just
this
come
shit.
do it.
Don't tell us what we're supposed to do. Just come pull it off.
Maybe I get Boom
But,
Briggs to
yeah,
haul
I
it.
will say that Grantham got pretty fired up during the final race we had. He got kind of fired up. He's like, "Next time you come, I promise it's going to be better." Like, because everyone was like, "Oh, well, the track was this, track was that." Grantham was right there behind it. But that goes back to what we talked about, is that as racers, we all want to see good stuff happen for good racetracks. We're not trying to, like, no one's trying to make $1. We just want to make sure, like, we have places to race, and that's Grantham. Like, Grantham's the same way, is that he did a good job on the driveway. He did a good job with helping us with the infield, and he wants to see the go-kart track go. But it just where, because the one thing I'll tell you right now is that I've told this to anyone that's asked, is that David, what's the lady's name? And I can look at my phone, but what's the lady's name that runs Danny's?
Fran,
a super nice lady. And I would never go against her. But so that was the one thing like that I've talked about, is that like we can run the go-kart track as many times as we want, as long as it doesn't go against Danny's and Fran. She was on a cruise when we had our first race. I called her because I said, "Hey, what can we do to have an event? Like, what do I got to do? I don't know anything about dirt. I don't know anything about go-karts." And she said, "Oh, I'll help you however." She was super supportive. And she said, "I'll cancel a race if you need me to." I said, "No." And I said, "Trust me, that's the last thing we're doing." She said, "I run first and third Saturdays of the month." And I said, "Well, that's perfect." I said, I run first and third Saturdays of asphalt. So then I'll run second and fourth, or whatever it is, second and so on.
Right.
But she was so nice. She texted me while she was on the cruise ship, and she said, "Just want to let you know, I hope you have a great show today." So ever since then, I will not compete against Danny's or Fran going forward. So like, I don't care who wants to come run the racetrack. I don't care, if it's me. But I can promise you right now, if Danny's is running, then we're not running.
Let me tell you real quick that she's one of the nicest people ever. Everything I've ever heard about her. But when they're at a racetrack, You better listen
I've
to
heard-
what she has to say.
But hey, but that's how it's kind of like having a kid, right?
It is.
Like at some point,
Especially
you
go-kart
gotta-
racers.
you
They're
gotta-
horrible.
You got to pull your shoulders back and say, you know what, you're being an asshole, and we're not going to deal with it. So like, if you don't do that, then they're going to take over and they're gonna control what you're doing. So, but like I said, super nice lady, and that's the only thing on the anyway. I guess what I'm kind of selling to anyone watching about the go-kart track is the only thing that you're not allowed to do is run against Danny's. Other than that, if you want to come tear it up, turn it over, I've already got the loop in. I've got the sound is good. If you want to come run it, you're more welcome. But we just will not run against Danny's.
Well, the
Is
one
that
thing.
the one in Lake City? Is that the track in Lake
No,
City?
she's in
It's in,
Loris.
Loris, yeah,
Loris.
it's in
Oh,
Loris.
okay. One thing I do have to tell you, Steve, your new lights at the big track, at the asphalt track,
Yeah.
get back over there. They look good. They're
Yeah.
bright. They're nice.
Except for, I feel like
No,
we're
they're
going
nice.
toward an except
No.
for.
I was
Well,
saying they were
there's no
nice.
but,
'Cause-
there's no but, there's
and
no
the
but,
reason
there's
I
no
was
but.
saying that was because, I was up on the spotter stand when it got a little darkish one time, and it was nice. I
Yeah.
liked it.
I will say that. So I talked to Brandon Elvis, and I don't think no matter how many, like what kind of lights you put up, is that I didn't, and I saw it. I forget what I was driving with, the modified, or I was messing around with something. Is that you can't fix the inside of the wall? So like it's a dark spot at the bottom of the wall, because you can't make the lights go over the wall and then
Right.
cover. Like what that, if you had lights outside facing in, you can fix that problem. But that's just something you can't fix. But I love the lights. That's that deal came out of nowhere. But I think the clarity of what you have right now, we've only used them once, but I think I'm doing, again, I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but I'm doing the best I can to try to make something out of nothing and make sure the racer has something different every time they show up. And I think the lights are huge.
I
I keep wanting to drop the F-bomb, but I gotta fix that.
He said, I got to fix that.
Wow, that's a big old soapbox Steve got tonight, bro. Dang.
Yeah.
He found all so much. He hadn't had enough on taps here lately. That's what
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah, Brian and I haven't talked about stuff in a while, so I haven't had a chance to really start
Wow.
spewing my venom. I've been meaning to talk about stuff. I've been wanting to get off my chest. This is where it's built.
All right. Well, to come down from the soapbox a little bit, let's talk about Ultra Broadcasting. What all we got going on this week?
So, our big thing this weekend is obviously Marty Ward. Big deal for me. I tell people all the time that Marty used to hang in my garage, same place I'm sitting right now. Marty used to sit here. We'd make dinners, and he'd hang out. And the things Marty Ward did as a human are more than you and I will ever even think about. Whether it's the running ARCA, running Hooters Cup, running Busch Series back in the day. Marty Ward means a lot to me, and so to make sure I put on a broadcast that's deserving of what Marty Ward needs, that's this weekend. So we got that. We got Southern National in their championship weekend. And then I want to say we got kind of screwed a little bit on weather for our first Mission Valley out in Montana, which people every time I tell that story, they're like, "You're in Montana?" I'm like, "Yeah, no, we're in Montana." They're like, "Are you going there?" I'm like, "No, I couldn't get there if I wanted to."
My son's
But,
going there in 2 weeks, so you need anything, let him know.
Perfect.
Yeah, okay.
But just what the broadcast has become is above and beyond what I thought it was ever going to be. Because we've talked about it, I didn't even mean to start a broadcast company. It wasn't on purpose. I didn't wake up and just say, "Hey, what's a good idea? Let me add something else that I need to do." So the broadcast again was created because the racetrack needed it. But the broadcast now has become the thing that's better than the racetrack. And so finding that happy medium has become tough because we're Jacqueline and I think I told you on the phone, is that her and I spent 12 hours in the car yesterday because of traffic, weather. So we're driving all over the place to make the best shows and the people of the world, like the Tony Stevens. Tony Stevens is a good dude, and he does great production. And so, like, he deserves as much credit as anyone else. The Flows of the world, like, they put on good shows, but they've gotten so big that it's almost kind of they're not in our world anymore. They're just like watching Prime. Like, Prime, by the way, Prime does an amazing job. Like, the way they're putting on their broadcast, and I see things so different than I ever did in the past. So when I watch like In Cars and I watch the pre-race, and just the Prime does such a good job, because it's a matter of, do you want to make it good? Like, I could put on a show any day of the week. We could send off one camera. I could do a cup race and it'd be one camera, it'd be a piece of shit. but if you want to make it good, it's because you want to make it good. And I feel like Prime is doing that, and that's the same way with us with Ultra Broadcasting. Like, even if it's just Jacqueline and I at a show, which we were fortunate this week, we had a guy, Alec. When we go to races, I want to make the best show, whether it's speed shots, In Cars. I'm doing it because, as a fan, when I watch a race, I'm like, why wouldn't they do this? Why wouldn't they do that? So I'm doing it, but like, people don't understand how hard it is to put that off. Right. Like, so like when it comes to an event, to make a show just start and have good audio and have good visual, it's more than meets the eye. I mean, no different than what you're doing right now. Like, people see it and they're like, oh, well, I mean, it should be this good. But like, what you're doing sitting at your table is not as easy as everyone thinks it is.
Some days. These buttons
But
get hard.
once again, you I don't know what you've done to me right now, but I am fired up. Let's
I'm sorry, Steve. I'm sorry.
let's talk about all the stuff I've been struggling with lately. This is a therapy session.
I was saying what's coming up in a good way so people can tune in, Steve.
Yeah, here I am like, oh, you know what, David? No, it's like I said, I really do enjoy the broadcast stuff. I really do. I actually have fun. Jacqueline has fun. We all have fun. Do the kids have fun with the traveling to go to places all the time? Not so much. But this weekend was like, and it's always a challenge. Like, so this weekend at Auburndale was our first time at Auburndale. We went to Citrus numerous times, and I've got Citrus dialed in where I can just plug in a certain thing. I know exactly where to put cameras. Like, I'm dialed in at Citrus. But Auburndale was new to us, and when we started, which I started with the opening video, and it didn't happen, I don't think. But like, everybody that watched the show, it took a lot to adjust volumes because like, I'm pulling from their stuff, because I don't want to. I've learned, myself included, at the racetrack, I don't want to go to someone's house and start messing with, like, oh, can I turn your gain up? Can I turn your gain down? Let me like, I don't want to mess with your shit. Like, you already had it dialed in, so I'm not going to screw with yours. I just need your audio, and then I'm going to try to make the best of what you gave me, better. And it takes a lot. I mean, David, you'll tell, like, you can attest to this, is that you can't just take someone's audio and start screwing with gain and highs and lows. Like, it's more than meets the eye.
Oh yes, tons. That is my life, messing with sound all the time. So no, you can't. That's how you make a lot of people in the stands really mad real quick.
Yeah. But also, like I said, I'm not gonna go to your studio. If you called me and said, "Hey, I'm not gonna be able to be there. Can you do Chicken Bone Alley?" And I'd say, "Yeah, I'll be there." But I'm not gonna start like, "Oh, I think this needs to be higher and this needs to be lower." You've done it long enough. I ain't gonna touch your stuff. So when I go to racetracks, it's so hard to not mess with their stuff to make my stuff better, because theirs has been working. And the minute you touch someone else's stuff, it's immediately, what did you just do?
Yep.
So I'm like, it's not happening. So.
Yep. I worked with a band for years, and I got that same thing everywhere. Yep. Oh, fun. All right.
Wow.
Well, next race, Florence Motor Speedway, is my birthday, June 13th. So I'll be
13th.
I'll be waiting on a birthday cake from somebody. I don't know who.
Oh yeah.
Uh-oh.
Steve's got to sing me happy birthday at the racetrack.
Uh-oh. Mr. President.
But I do appreciate everything you guys have done, and I wasn't trying to get all high on my horse and start venting, but I do
Anytime, Steve.
appreciate everything you guys do. I appreciate all the fans do, the racers do, and I guess end of the day, when this is all said and done, man, just appreciate what we all have. Because you were there, David, when I said in the drivers' meeting, man, we keep losing the Stroopers, we keep losing the William Haneys, and we all forget that like we don't have to be racing, but we're fortunate to be able to wake up and be racers.
Exactly.
I mean, I try to sell that to my son. Like I tell him, man, you're doing things that people dream to do, and you forget that until it's gone. So I think end of the day, just everybody be appreciative of any racetrack. And again, I'm not selling Florence. I'm selling Dillon. I'm selling anything up north. The Shangri-Las. I don't know much dirt track up there, but I'm selling everything from east to west, north to south. Like, I mean, we gotta love racing.
Montana.
Oh yeah, Mission Valley. Yeah. So
There you go. There you go. All right.
Yep. So like I said, we just gotta love racing, and if we don't love it, then what is it? My old man used to say, should or get off the pot. So
There you go. Should or get. That's it, baby. I want to hear Steve's take on the All-Star race, Dave. He's fired up, man. Let's talk about Dover.
He said go back a couple weeks. Golly, I don't know if we want to go back that far.
I forgot this week, let alone a couple weeks.
I couldn't stay awake to finish watching this week's.
I will say I'm gonna finish on this, and this will be my kind of final statement, is that for those that have ever had a question about Kyle Busch, always understand he was probably the greatest person that you'll never understand, and so please don't ever get online. Let his family survive for a little while, but when it's all said and done, support Brexton, support Samantha. They were better than you saw on TV. Like, he was fun on television. Like, he was fun to watch smash a guitar in 2009.
That's right.
He was fun to kind of talk smack to Keselowski. He was fun for all that. But as a actual human being, because that's the thing I think we all lose track of, even the Dale Earnhardt Juniors. Like, we lose track that we're all human beings. They're not just people that we see on TV and you just assume they're the next Power Rangers, or they're
they're just larger
characters.
than life.
Yeah, they're actual people.
Yep.
And Kyle Busch, by far, we became friends with him and family because of Owens racing in the Bandoleros at the same time Brexton was. And his family was so nice, and he was so nice, and he did such a good job of what he did with Brexton. Like, he was fully engaged. He made sure he was on the radio, but when he was in the spotter stand at Florence, if someone wanted to sign an autograph or wanted an autograph, he'd stop and sign it. He wasn't happy about it. You could see it in his face, but he never quit on it, So,
Yep.
But we kind of knew it was coming. But like the Strubers of the world, the Haneys of the world, the Bushes of the world, when it surprises you like that, that's tough. It's tough to take. And I know, like I said, I cried like a baby the other day watching the All-Star race, during that process. But I just think we all have to stand behind each other as racers, and just be able to stand and say, you know what, that's not a famous person, that's a family, that's a person. Like, they're people. So
100% with you there, boss.
Hey, if you want me to, do you want me to keep going, David? I got more.
I mean, whatever you feel like.
No, I think I'm done. I gotta go get the dog.
I don't know.
I gotta go get the dog. The dog's waiting on me.
Go let him out. All right, man. Well, we appreciate you. Hope everybody tunes into Ultra Broadcasting this week. Watch all the product that is on there, because I promise you it is a lot of time spent in it, because it's good stuff. Good stuff.
Thank you, guys.
Also, real quick before you go, if anybody else wants to get in on a lap, where can they go to do that?
So I got it on the website, Florence Motor Speedway, fmspeedway.com, and there's a lap sponsored tab at the top. So you're more welcome to go in there. And again, all proceeds 100% goes to the racer. And I think that's the big thing everyone needs to understand is like every dollar you put in, and I'm going to do the best I can. Like I'm putting out, we have over 30,000 followers on Facebook, and I think it's 10,000 on Instagram. So like anything we're doing, putting you out there to the world is still publicity. So any publicity is good publicity, but at the same time, during the event, like which is going to be a challenge for me, but every lap, like your logo will come up and your name will come up.
Wow.
But again, you're giving money to a racer. So
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, we appreciate
Good
you, man. Appreciate you jumping on with us, and we will be talking with you soon, man.
All right, guys. Have a good night.
Thank
you, guys.
Thank you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, and with that, we are going to have a word from our sponsors real quick.
Rev up your engines with Pro Fabrication headers and exhaust, the ultimate powerhouse in motorsports performance. From the dirt track to the high banks of Bristol, ProFab is the go-to experts for custom racing, exhaust systems, and headers. Whether you're dominating in dirt late models, UMP modifieds, or midget racing, our precision TIG welded headers are built to your exact specs. ProFab collaborates with top engine builders to optimize dyno results, ensuring maximum power, perfect chassis fit, and unbeatable repeatability. Proudly supplying NASCAR, IndyCar, IMSA, and late model teams, ProFab's lightweight titanium and stainless options shave those much-needed tenths off your lap times. With state-of-the-art tech and components like anti-reversion mufflers and custom collectors, ProFab delivers the edge you need to cross the finish line first. Choose ProFabrication headers and exhaust. Quality that wins. Visit profabrication.com. Chicken Bone Alley is brought to you by SRI Performance. They are your one-stop shop for all things racing. Do you need performance parts? Look no further. They offer a wide range of high-performance parts for various types of racing, including stock car racing, dirt racing, and more. SRI Performance also has the most knowledgeable employees in the industry. If you're looking for that hard-to-find part, they've got it. And if you're wondering how to make it work on your car, they know it. Check them out online at www.sriperformance.com. And when you do, don't forget to use the promo code CBONE10. That's C as in chicken, BONE10, and get 10% off at checkout. Stock Car Steel and Aluminum is a full-line steel service center stocking thousands of sizes, shapes, grades, and types of metals and plastic. If you need it, they have it. And if not, they work fast to find what you need and get it to you. Stock Car Steel and Aluminum also has the ability to cut orders to your specifications as requested. Their dedicated team not only brings many years of experience to the table, but they are always ready and willing to lend a hand with anything you may need. Stock Car Steel and Aluminum. Your material needs are covered here. Tired of leaving performance on the table? Ready to dominate the track? For decades, Earl Ramey Racing Engines has been the secret weapon of champions. We don't just build engines. We craft precision engineered powerhouses designed for one thing: victory. From meticulous machining to expert assembly, every Earl Ramey engine is built with uncompromising quality and a passion for speed. We understand the demands of racing, and we deliver the reliability and raw power you need to cross the finish line first. Whether you're tearing up the asphalt or conquering the dirt, Earl Ramey Racing Engines provides the competitive edge you've been searching for. Don't just race, conquer. Contact Earl Ramey Racing Engines today and let us build your winning machine.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen. Also, go visit our good friends over at MPM Marketing, www.marketwithmpm.com. Go talk with Tanya over there. She will she will set you on the right path to victory. So head over there, talk with her if you're in this game of racing that we're in and need to get ahead in your marketing, on the marketing side of things. Go talk with Tanya. She'll set you up. www.marketwithmpm.com. Also, Dixie Made right here in Florence, South Carolina. Boy, if you are coming through on the way to go down to, Myrtle Beach for the summer, for graduation, whatever. When you're coming through Florence here, stop right there and see our good friends over at Dixie Made. They got all the brands you know and love. You can get a good bathing suit, whatever. They got you covered. T-shirts got you covered. Hats, sunglasses, everything that you could think of. Dixie Made's got you covered. So go check them out right here in Florence, South Carolina.
Flip-flops, Dave? Flip-flops?
Yeah, you know it.
Okay.
You know it.
Just check it. Just check it.
Flip-flops. I mean, if you want to go ahead and get you some boots for duck season, they got them in there. I mean, So, whatever. All right. We have gone a long time already. Just to let you know. Just to let you know. We didn't talk really much about the Cup race. Nashville last night, whatever. Denny Hamlin, jump start. Went to the back, come back, won anyway. Had a ton of cautions in this. Exploding brake rotors. But beyond that, didn't look like a whole lot of passing other than on the starts. And it was really late. Why do you schedule a Sunday night race that is 400 miles and not a holiday weekend? I don't understand that, really.
IndyCar starts next Sunday night, 9:00 from St. Louis.
That's ridiculous, in my opinion. I don't know.
Don't know either. I ain't got a clue.
IndyCar is a shorter race, though. 9 o'clock is too late. 9 o'clock is too late. Way too late. And people say, well, you're okay to watch a football game at 7 o'clock. Yes, 100% I am. But this is the difference. If it rains the little bit that it was raining in Nashville, guess what they're going to do with a football game? They're going to play football. We're not doing that with a race car. So if all of a sudden we can't start till 9 o'clock and then got to go 400 miles, every bit of 3 hours, but no, we're going to have so many cautions because of crazy stuff happening, that now I think it was 12:15 when that race got over last night. So, I mean, it still kept 3 hours, 15 minutes, which is, typical sports time. Okay, but I did hear something today, and I kind of agreed with it. The Teardown, them boys. I listen to them sometimes. Jeff Gluck said, why do we... It might have been Jeff. I can't remember which one it was. Jordan Bianchi. One of the two. I can't remember. And I agree with him. Why do we need it to be 400 miles? If we're going to start a Sunday night race, which I don't have a problem with because that is prime time. That is prime time. That is good viewership. I don't have a problem with that. Why do we start it? Why do we need it 400 miles? Can we not have a 300-mile race and still have a good race?
Probably be better.
Exactly. Leave them wanting more. Because I'm going to tell you, I fell asleep for the end of it. I happened to wake up and see who won. That was the only reason I knew.
I remember when my dad got mad. My dad got mad when Rockingham got short of 400 miles.
Yeah. I get it, but I don't know. I don't know. I feel like that could be a 300-mile race. I feel like the truck race could be 200 miles. O'Reilly Grand National race be 250 and make the Cup race 300 miles. I see nothing wrong with that. And then we can start on a Sunday night at 7 o'clock and still be done by 9:30, 10. 2 hours is not bad for me. A 2-hour race is not a bad thing for me. I don't have to have 3 hours. I know they say that's this kind of magic number. That's a roundabout time that a football game takes. That's a roundabout time that a baseball game takes. And I don't now they probably go faster with the
pitch clock
and all. Yeah. Used to, oh my God, they could stand there forever. But now I don't know. Another thing, and it's not just me. I'm fine with a 500-mile race, but I feel like us as a population anymore. Attention spans have gotten a lot shorter, And if there's not something going on every 10 laps, then a lot of people lose attention span. And so I just don't feel like, I feel like you're losing more than you're gaining at that point. So that's all I got to say about it. Denny Hamlin is up to 62 wins. He is now 1 win behind Kyle Busch. Go figure.
Wow. Okay.
So
What is it? Who's leading points, Dave?
Reddick. Tyler
Still?
Reddick still. Oh,
Still?
yeah. He is so far ahead that, yeah, he's way out there in front.
Wow.
Way out there in front. Now, he's not trending in the right direction right now. So he had a strong start and still looking good if he hadn't gotten wrecked last night. You know, stuff. Well, he made it to the end. He just got wrecked at the end of the race. Finished 6th, I believe it was last night. So he's not doing bad. Boy, that was a hard hit at the very end of the race. Did you happen to see it? Well,
Yeah, I saw that.
That was
I
a
saw
lick
that.
there.
Yeah, saw that.
AJ took a lick too when that brake rotor come apart entering that corner.
Yeah.
Ooh, that was a lick. Weird though. Those brake rotors that was weird.
I guess they were getting hot, Dave.
Well, they were saying they're hot, but they say they're cooling too fast, and it was basically like shattering them.
Oh, wow. Okay.
They said it wasn't really the hot that was bothering them because they could withstand the sustained heat. They said it was how fast they were cooling down.
Wow. Wow. I seen like hot metal, you put it in cold water or something, it'll
Oh yeah, it'll
It'll
shatter
crack.
like glass.
Yeah,
If it's the right,
crack.
yeah, definitely crack.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Wow.
all right, we go into. I know you got a notebook full over there,
Dave,
but-
we ain't got to go through all this.
but I ain't
bro.
saying we got to go through all of it. But give us some highlights because I want to give everybody a little bit of what it takes to come on Ripping the Lip this week.
Okay. Dave, okay, first off, we talked about this, the glacier over the state of Ohio, millions, thousands of millions of years ago, whatever.
Yep.
The dirt in Ohio's where the money is. Ohio is where the money is, but I don't believe not one truck in Ohio owns a water truck. I don't believe not one
They
of them owns
own
a
it.
water
It just
truck.
don't. It's like Steve was just talking about. It is a dirt that don't hold it. It
I
don't.
didn't see a water truck at Mansfield, bro.
No, it was there. It was there. I promise you, it was there. It just don't hold it.
When you have a chassis builder / team owner and another chassis owner / team owner out there helping grade the track, Dave, where are we at in this world, bro? Where are we at in this world, Dave?
Well-
when Mark Richards and Eric Wells says, let me show you how y'all do this.
Well,
And
now
they
in their defense, a little bit. This the first. Was that the first late model race back there?
No, first late model race. I think they had one like Iron Man. They had an Iron
Did
Man.
they have it?
Yeah, they had it. I think Kyle Moore won. I think. Kyle
Well,
Moore
I mean, a lot less cars. Probably was cooler out. Was cooler out then.
won. Yeah.
So, hey, Matt Tiff. Yes, dirt racer. Okay, we'll say he's a dirt racer. He wasn't a dirt racer though. He don't, and yes, he has surrounded himself with great people. I'm not. I don't think. I 100% believe he has.
Yes.
But they're going to have
Agreed.
some learning. They're going to have some learning pains.
Well, Dave, it's not just Mansfield. That's more. It's
no.
atomic.
Oh yeah,
It's
Thomas.
Wayne County. The Wednesday before, bruh, you couldn't see 3 and 4.
You're right.
It's not just Mansfield. It's just every track in Ohio.
And I'm gonna tell you, and they can say what they want. Why does everybody think that Tony Stewart is out working on Eldora as much as he does between everything? And it's for that reason, because those tracks dry out so fast. So fast. Something about the dirt. I mean, you have to talk to your buddy about that one, but but it's something about it. But they dry out so fast.
Man.
So
I mean, it's freaking. Oh my God, it's bad. It's awful. And like I said, that video I posted up on Facebook and Twitter, man. Look, I will put my I'll put our dirt tracks down here to any track in Ohio.
I can
That's just the way it is.
I can see that. I got a question. I do want to touch on this, and I know this isn't super late model stuff, but this was a crate deal. But regardless of who it was, I could care less. Who was it? Chase Holland.
Oh, Chase Holland.
Chase Holland wins the what series was that?
American Crate Racer.
American Crate Racer at what's the name of the track? Kennendale. That's what I was getting at. Track workers, as he's in victory lane, track workers tell his crew or family. No, actually it wasn't, but it wasn't even crew. I saw the pictures. It was like his wife, girlfriend, whatever. I think it's mama or something.
Mama.
Like that. Yeah, and there was one guy standing there, might have been a crew member. Probably the only crew member he had with him.
Probably so.
They come across the track, took pictures in victory lane, left. They gave him the victory. Blah, blah, blah. All of a sudden, after the fact, they say he is disqualified because it is an American Crate whatever rule that no crew comes on the track at any time. Okay.
Not just that, Dave, not just that. Let me put some more emphasis on this, what you just said.
All right.
Not only after the race, Dave, I'm talking about after the race when all the races were gone. I'm talking about when everybody left the racetrack.
Yeah. This
now
is dumb, in my opinion. Dumb with a capital D-U-M-B. Track owner gets on social media today, I think it was. Was it today? And he flat out apologized to him, said he would love to pay him for the win, wouldn't care. He reached out to the promoter for the American Crate, and ended up having a few choice words for him, is what he said. Because basically what he does, he gives them the entire purse money, then they're responsible for distributing it out. And it doesn't sound like they left on with giving Christmas cards to each other this year.
No, not at all, Dave. And you know, the Kennendale guy, the owner said, "Look, I guess they have like a pedestrian walkway.
Yeah,
to go.
Yeah.
They encourage it.
Yeah, they said they let all the fans down there to take pictures with them.
Yes, they encourage it, and they said nobody told us nobody go cross the way. If we knew that, would nobody go across that racetrack? But it's in our honorable book that we let fans come across the racetrack after the races to meet and greet and all that stuff. Would you race in that series, bro?
No, not after that. No. But I love the way Chase Holland dealt with it. He has not said a single word about it. He just went on like he's got the win. Because guess what? He did. He got his picture in victory lane. He got the win. I can promise. I'd be more than. I get why they say, because I understand it, because people can do stuff to the car while it's in victory lane. Blah 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 blah. I can bet you a pretty good penny. I don't think nothing was done with that car in victory lane.
Please, what are you gonna do to the car in victory lane, Dave? You got 50,000 people around. What are you gonna do to the car?
I mean, that's always if it's such a big deal, let them come take the picture. Have a tech official at the car the whole time.
There you go.
How hard is that?
Not that hard, Dave. Not that hard.
But
I need Steve Zacharias on there for this. Where's he at?
But let me tell you something. Do you know somewhere else that is a thing?
I know somewhere else. Is that a short dirt track in Charlotte?
Asphalt track. It's an asphalt track.
Oh, asphalt tracks. What do you mean?
Big race, though. Big race. It is a thing that the crew does not come out and get anywhere close to the car.
Snowball derby.
Snowball derby.
Because they go straight to the tech shed.
Yep. Well, they bring it up there on the front stretch. the driver gets out. They pat the driver down, which looks terrible to me. They wand them.
I did not know that.
Oh yes, they wand them right there on the front straightaway. It is a terrible look, in my opinion. Now, knowing some things I've learned over the past few years, I understand why, but it's a terrible look. But yeah, regardless, yeah, they don't let anybody close to the car there. And as soon as they do their little victory lane interview, they let the driver stand there and take it. And they take a picture, but the crew has to stand against the wall while the car is like up about halfway across the track. Yeah, it's something else.
I did not know that, bro.
Yeah, it's wild. So
God.
I don't know. I just feel like when the track workers tell you, then there needs to be some understanding from the series at that point. And it'd be one thing if second place man were pitching a fit and whining and saying something about it. That'd be one thing. But from what I gathered, that was never an issue. I don't know. I haven't heard anything, but I don't know. Regardless, I think that was dumb. I get you don't need 50 people around the car. I get it. But that was dumb.
They encourage it at Kennendale. They encourage it.
Exactly. So, anyway, what else you got this week, sir?
How about Clay Stuckey debuted a brand new first one off the showroom floor, Stuckey Enterprises. You know, they went to Longhorn dealership now.
Right. Oh, so it's a Longhorn now.
Get Longhorn now.
Stuckey Longhorn.
No more Black Diamond. It's Longhorn now.
Yep.
Finished second in his debut, and then he finished two top fives in a brand new Stuckey Longhorn.
There ain't nothing wrong with that.
Come on. Dave, I got one more story here for you, Dave.
Yes, sir.
13-year-old Jackson Maddock. He drives a B-Mod at Cedar River Speedway in Minnesota. Dave, Saturday, they have a river that runs right behind the turns 3 and 4.
Yeah.
You saw that?
Yes, sir. Go ahead and tell it, though.
13-year-old Jackson Maddock went off the turn, Dave, straight into the river. The car landed upside down in the water.
Yeah.
They had crew guys, emergency guys. I mean, thank God they got him unstrapped and out that race car. That could have been bad, man.
Yep. Really bad.
Oh, could you imagine just the feeling of being in a race car strapped in with your helmet on upside down in water?
I'm going to tell you what. I'd be figuring, and he probably was. That's one of them times it's like I'm figuring a way out real quick.
I would panic. I'm like, oh my God, I can't get my. I was so panicked. I would panic.
That's
what gets you hurt.
And I realize there's a lot of cup drivers running them now, and I run them too. But there's a lot of older guys that don't like them. I run the cam lock belts myself. One flick,
you're out.
All of them are out. It's very seldom going to hang up. But that's one reason why. If anything ever happens, I want a quick exit.
Amen. Amen. So let me picture this for the people. So your five harness and the belt is right here in the center, right?
Yep.
You just hit that button. They all
It's a knob on ours, and you got to turn it real quick, but it's got like a little indentation, so you literally can reach down and just kind of brush it. Push down on it, and everything unlatches.
Is that Hooker? Who was that?
There's a pile of different brands now. Everybody's got one. Everybody's got one.
Also give them a shout out. I didn't know it was a bunch of them.
Yeah, there's pretty much everybody that makes belts now has their own version of a cam lock now. So that there's some people don't like them, and some people, and I will say I've seen it happen but I've seen it happen with the other belts too. Some people don't like them because they say you can hit them and they come undone. Well, I've seen it happen with any of them. I've seen it happen because the old latch and link that you flipped over, I've seen many people go to move their arm or something and their glove catch it and pop it right out. I've seen that happen.
That's what happened to Dinger at Indy. Remember that?
Yep.
He had to come in because the belts come loose.
Yep.
200-something miles an hour. Yeah.
Yeah. So it can happen to any of them. Hopefully it don't. Typically, we don't see much of it. The only one I can ever say that we've seen happen with something and I still never heard was the one at the Chili Bowl was what was that boy's name? Was it Ashton something? I can't remember.
Can't remember his name either.
But anyway, that's the only one I can remember happening. It dumped him out on his head. Fortunately, he was all good.
It was fine. Yeah, yep. That happened this past year.
No, that was a couple years ago.
2 years ago.
Yeah, 2 years ago. Or was it more than that? I got the most hate I've ever gotten on this show because of that.
What happened?
Because I waited till well after they said he was good and everything. You know, after he done had an interview and all that stuff. And I put a picture, and it was somebody had got a picture of him coming down out the car. And I said, this is why it's so important to have good safety equipment, good helmet, good, suit, everything else, because who knows what can happen. Oh, boy, I got the most hate for having that picture.
I remember that. Yeah.
I'm like,
I sure do.
Really?
Yeah. The people they are such armchair. Don't I don't want to be like Steve right now.
But anyway, anything else or what you got coming up on Ripping the Lip this week?
Oh, I got more notes, babe. I got way more notes, Dave. Oh my God. Peoria shutting down. Peoria. They just had a doggone Mars race.
Wow.
Peoria shutting down. Spoon River shut down. I think really didn't shut down. Spoon River sent everyone home Saturday night because they had such a low car count.
I saw that.
So I guess Illinois is struggling like we are nowadays.
It's everybody. It's everywhere.
It's everywhere.
It's not just affecting asphalt. It's affecting dirt too. And unfortunately, I mean, there's certain areas that, obviously every area is going to have a high amount of this driver, going to have low amount here, not many race cars here, but it's affecting everybody. It's, I think it's, I don't think it's a racetrack thing. It's like I told Steve, I don't think it's a racetrack thing at all. I just think it's a economy thing right now.
I go along with that. I think you're right. So everything's so doggone high. Fuel, tires, parts, everything is just through the roof.
It's
mostly fuel.
And I could probably get him on the phone right now if I wanted to. But I was talking to Matt Cox. And I get it. He's got his rig. He typically ran late model stock. Well, Florence Motor Speedway is not running late model stock weekly this year. So he has run a good bit of the limited late model, but he hasn't run all of them. He's but he's focusing on the I-95 shootout. But reason being is like he said, it's what he told me. He said diesel is so high right now because he's got a small toter. It's a small toter, not like a big old crazy thing. And he's got a gooseneck trailer, nothing crazy. He said by the time that he fuels the truck up to drive to Florence from where they're at.
Latta?
No, that's North Myrtle Beach. Yeah. So by the time he comes from there to Florence, goes back, buys tires, buys fuel, pit passes, stuff like that, he's probably spent more than he can possibly win with the price of fuel right now. And so that stinks.
That's why start money is so important right now, Dave.
It is, but like Steve said, how do you get it?
I don't know. The guy, I got an article here. I mean, I'm not gonna go into full detail and everything, David. It's getting late, but that guy Scat, who did he does sheet metal actually. He does
Yep.
sheet metal.
Yep.
If anybody knew that, he paid $100,000 to win, which, like Steve said, winning is great, man. But what about the guy finishes 28th? If
They
started
had a
28th?
good that particular race had a good payout through the field.
Okay. Well, I give you this little tidbit though. This little tidbit going to the Dream Week. This is Dream Week.
Yep.
If you started Mansfield Friday night, now this was before the purse increase. All right, this is
That's
before the purse increase. If you made the field Friday night at Mansfield, Saturday at Mansfield, 2 prelims at the Dream this week, you could walk away with 14 grand.
Yep. And I think this is a good time. And I really wish tracks would work together. And I think they're doing it up there just because everybody knows. I don't know if it's typically necessarily the tracks working together or if it's just a common sense thing. Because a lot of those teams are not out of Ohio. Ohio is a good little haul for them. So, okay, why not have one weekend here at Mansfield? Dream Week, nobody's really going to run much. But even if you wanted something somewhere, because, they like to run every night of the week up there for whatever reason. If you wanted to have a Monday night race I don't know, if Atomic would be okay before everybody headed to the Dream, it would be great.
That's what me and Sniper were texting back and forth. I think Mansfield, which was pretty actually Saturday night, was actually a doggone good show. It really was a good race. This race got to be moved.
Why? Where's it got to be moved to?
Oh no, I'm not talking about the date. No,
Right.
keep it at Mansfield.
Where
Just gotta move the date.
date-wise does it need to be moved to? It needs to be away from Dream Week?
Yeah, everybody's Dave. 5,700 to start. They should have been 100 cars there, bro.
And that's what stinks is what I feel like they were doing was trying to make it more economical for the teams to come up there, run that race, and then turn around. They don't have to drive all the way back home. And
Because you were at Wayne County that Tuesday night, Wednesday night, whatever it was.
that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
It
Because
should be 100 cars at Mansfield.
let's
bro.
just
It should be
use
100.
let's just use give me somebody that's from around here, this area running supers. Not this area.
Ben
exactly.
Watkins.
Ben Watkins. Okay. Let's use Ben Watkins for example. If Ben Watkins left here, went up to Ohio to Mansfield, that's I think last time I drove it, that's 10-hour drive pretty much. And when you're paying for diesel fuel to go in the rig, that's a whole lot of fuel. Promise you. They dropped a grand every bit of to fill that thing up right now. To go one way. Man, why not have some more stuff up there in 1 week where he can make the money back in 1 week to then come back home? From a Thursday to a Sunday after, a whole week in between, then the following Sunday after the Dream, come back. I don't know. I feel like you could make it almost like a North Carolina. You know how to do North Carolina Speed Week?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. That crate stuff. Yeah. All week.
I'm just saying. But for whatever reason, that don't work in supers.
Yep.
People don't show up. I don't get it.
Because I think it's just too hard, the equipment, Dave. That's all I can think of.
That's the only thing I can figure. Yeah. But anyway, well, it's getting super late, dude. Well,
One more.
Go for it.
Let's welcome Trey Mills to the Coleman Farmers family.
I saw that. Congratulations to him.
That's right.
Congratulations to him. All right. Everybody tune in to Ripping the Lip this week. What time?
8 o'clock on X, baby. Come
8
on.
o'clock on X on Tuesdays. Are y'all still doing a Wednesday show coming up or anything? No?
I had a guest lined up for last week, man. Well, I got to send you a picture of that car. They've been busting their tails, get the car ready. New wrap, looks good. I just send it to you. Can I say who it is? I mean,
You say who it is. I mean,
Okay. Garrett Smith was coming on.
Okay.
Well, nice new wrap, everything. I'll just send you pictures to it.
Nice.
I can't. I couldn't. I'm not. I was not allowed to post them. Just saying. Just saying. But you have to send that to you. Yeah.
Do that.
But they were so busy getting the car ready for the drain this week. That's why they didn't come on. That's why I didn't have a show last Wednesday. So yeah.
Garrett's pretty cool. I like.
I love him to death. I love Joe. Joe. Oh my God, I love Joe. Yeah.
They good folk.
And good luck to everybody at the dream. If you're going to the dream, be
Yes.
safe.
For sure.
They dream of reality. Let's go, baby.
I saw Fergie was on here for a minute. I don't know if he still is. He probably done left. But good luck. Yeah. But he'll get on here. But I'll call him and he don't want to answer me. I don't think he loves me anymore.
Yeah, he don't love none of us, bro. Did I tell you what they told me at Sonoya, Dave?
No, what'd he tell you?
Yeah, I need to change the spelling of my name to Jacin to
Oh,
match
dear
racing.
Lord.
Yeah,
He would.
yeah, yeah.
Tell him we're going to change his to Fergusin.
Ferguson, I love it.
Ferguson.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that. Yeah, I'll get him. I'll get him. I'll get him. I'll get him.
But anyway, all right, man. Well, we sure appreciate you and appreciate everybody listening tonight. We will be back next Monday, and we'll have all kind of highlights from the Dream at Eldora, one of my favorite weeks of the year. Love to watch that. Everybody tune in to Ultra Broadcasting this week. Marty Ward Memorial up at Anderson. Be a great race. It's a really good one. If you're in the area, Dillon Motor Speedway is racing on Saturday. Not racing trucks. So I don't know if I'll be there or not. I don't
Well,
know.
no, you need to get your motor. Your motor's coming in right now. As a matter of fact, they texted about 30 minutes ago. They don't know
No,
where-
it's, I believe it's here. I believe
Oh,
it's
okay, all right.
I believe the block is here. He gotta go to the machine shop tomorrow. But anyway,
There you go, baby.
it was over at my brother Chad Webster's shop. Had to go. He tore it all apart for me. He's gonna build it. So
All right.
he's,
her done, baby.
He's gotten
Come
pretty
on.
good at these things. So all
Send
right,
it, but
man.
don't bend it.
Well, we appreciate Steve Zacharias coming on and hanging out with his therapy session today. But anyway, Jason, we appreciate you, man. And like I said, everybody tune in to Ripping the Lip tomorrow night. And but we will see y'all next week. Have a good one.
Have a good week, Dave.
See ya.